What up, J Mag Dog? Pat's fan. Thank you for being the first one in. What up, Brian? Been waiting? Yeah, we're here. Give me a second. Just getting things set up here. What up, Passive? Appreciate the cheers. That actually still worked. That's interesting. Only a few commands work in this stream, so it is still mad long. I haven't had time to fix it. I haven't had time to fix it yet. All right, there's that. Let's get the notification sent out. Okay. All right. Notifications are sent. All right, we are in tonight for a treat. We are in for the longest stream of a non-gaming stream that I will do. We are here for the NFL draft. I have with me, what's going on, Jody? I have with me Shane, aka SJR, and my boy Jackson. So what's up, fellas?
What up with it? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Lee?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man.
Shane? I had Shane on. There he is. There he is. All right, let's get this transitioned over. Bam. Okay, studio mode off. And so you guys can see. I want to see how that looks on the screen. But yeah, we are live. We are live tonight. Gonna fix this up just a little bit more. We'll have other people be joining us a little bit later. Potentially Abdo and one other person. What up, Chuck? How you doing, my guy? How you doing? The GD Treats thing won't be working tonight. So you'll have to go with that. I can't hear much. So how do I sound? How does everything sound? How does everything look? Jackson, do you have a link to my stream?
I just hear you.
You hear me?
I had a link to your screen.
Okay. I can share. No, I don't want to share it on here because it'll show up on the screen as well. But yeah, we got the first round of the draft going on. We definitely got some sound kicker. We got a sound kicker for you for when the draft picks come in. Sound good on your end? Thank you very much, Chuck. I appreciate that. Do you live stream every night of the draft? No, Brian. Oh, hell no. I do not. I am not one of those guys. I have a life outside of the draft. I'll be doing just the first round only. I'm just going to do cheer commands the entire stream until you shorten it. Why would you do that, Brian? Can't play the draft. So if you guys want to follow along, obviously in your homes, you can turn on the draft. Over here above me, I have the draft listing of the order. Also, I got the ticker right over here, this way. I got the ticker right here. So as the draft picks get put in, I'll be putting the names in right there on the ticker. We have, let's see. We do have the draft needs. So these are your current draft needs. Let's talk about these while we got about a half an hour before the draft goes live. Let's see. Oh, man, we can hop on the stream. You know what, Brian? I will do you this. If I don't think you'll be up this long, but at some point I'll give you the permission to come over so you can talk about your Ravens. How about that? And if anybody else has a team they want to comment about, talk about live, just let me know, and we'll bring you in and talk to you about the team. But tonight, Shane and LJ. We're gonna rock out with this. But fellas, looking at the draft board, obviously I think pick 1 is locked. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, it's been locked for
I think it's been now, Tennessee's pretty much said we're not shopping around. We know what we want. I don't understand why they haven't already made the pick. To be honest with you.
Yeah, they used to announce that. Like I remember the Dolphins. We're gonna draft Jake Long like a month before the. Yeah. So officially number 2 was on the clock at that point, but I don't know. Maybe the NFL's like, don't do that no more. Oh, maybe, who knows? Yeah,
they might have. So Travis Hunter is number 1 in Tennessee.
No, I think Cam Ward. Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward would be number 1 in Tennessee. They need a quarterback. I think they're over the Will Levis experiment. I think that's where they're going to go. Obviously, they have need for a wide receiver too. I am not going to talk about my team because I'm expecting disappointment. Tobias, don't expect disappointment.
Tobias, are you also a Browns fan?
No, he's a Saints fan. He's a Saints fan.
Oh, okay.
And then pick 2 is obviously Cleveland. A lot of people have Travis Hunter slated there. I think that gives them, as you can see, their needs are quarterback, wide receiver, running back as their needs. But if you give the Browns a corner that can play well and also help out on the offensive side, give him some packages. I don't think he wants to be a full-time two-way player, and we haven't had that in God knows how long. Well, Cleveland right now, we just got word, and Shane is a Cleveland Browns fan. He said it's been all week, but we just got word that they're definitely still shopping around the number 2 pick, which honestly, if they can get something great for it, then I would be all about it, because what better way to rebuild your team when you have a quarterback that's pretty much dead in the water money on your roster to get the pieces that you need by stockpiling draft picks and rebuilding through the draft. They just signed Myles Garrett to the largest non-quarterback payout in history. Can't wait for the Saints to get LeBron James. Shut up, passive. So, Shane, tell me.
The way Andrew Barry's been talking about Travis Hunter the past week or so, straight up said he's the Shohei Ohtani of football. If that's not a lock for him to be drafted at 2, I don't know what is.
Yeah. So,
and then he also talked about him more as an offensive guy than a defensive guy. So the expectation is they're going to draft him as a wide receiver, and then once he's established in that role, get him a little bit into the defense as like the extra DB or something like that.
Right.
So that he can play both ways full time at some point, but not right away.
Gotcha. And then 3 to the Giants. Jackson, I know you said you and I kind of talked offline a little while, and you said you really hadn't been following, but they did pick up Russell Wilson on a 1-year deal, if I'm not mistaken, correct, fellas? Was it a 1-year deal for Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Jameis was a 2-year. Yeah.
Yeah. So they may not go quarterback right away. So their other needs are defensive tackle and guard. And if you look at the list that I sent out of the top 100 players, who do you think feels Russ is washed? I mean, you're not wrong, Brian. You're not wrong.
I think it's Abdul Carter is too good of a player to pass up.
Who?
Abdul linebacker for Penn State.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's too good a player.
Abdul Carter.
Because I think there's their needs are like, you know, obviously their team needs. You need those players, obviously, but Abdul Carter is just too good. You know.
Yeah.
They could draft Mason Graham, but I think that.
Yeah, I think Mason Graham might. A lot of people are slating him there. You know, the tag on him was good rule when evaluating prospects in the trenches is deferred to those with an accomplished wrestling background. And Graham has that, so he's a wrestler. And playing defensive tackle, as somebody on the call knows, I played in high school. We actually played together. Let's see. Jeff, what is going on? I want to make sure I say hello to you. Giants need an O-line. Giants need a lot. So the Giants is another position where another team that I can see trading out of that number 3 spot. If a team wants to jump up and grab one of these other top 5 players, like an Ashton Genty or Abdul Carter.
It's been said that Jacksonville is the team that would move up if any of them.
You know what? I'm hearing Jacksonville might move down.
There might do something because
or they could just stay put and take Ashton Genty at 4. Yeah, I've heard a couple different things from him. No,
they need the O-line help if they want.
Yeah, I think New England definitely, since we're there on the 4th overall pick, I think New England will be taking Will Campbell from LSU with the 4th overall pick. That's just an early prediction. We are about 19 minutes away from the actual draft time. What's going on, Chance? You played football too? No, Chance, I did not know you played football. What position did you play? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. So then that takes us down to Jacksonville with their needs of cornerback, defensive tackle, and safety. But I've heard rumors that they may take Ashton Genty, although they have ETN. Is that how I'm saying that right? ETN?
Yeah. Their new head coach is a very offensive-minded guy, and ETN is, 2 head coaches ago drafted him. The previous regime, so they're not at all loyal to him. So there could be just hey, this is my team. This is the guy I want running the ball.
Plus they got Tank Busby, right? Which is
Tank Busby,
last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so
about my home. You talking about Donald? Duval,
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you. I just going to say that. Talk about my man's home state.
Yeah. So I'm saying that I wouldn't mind Ashton. I actually like him, but I also want the hometown boy to come back. Hopefully Travis Hunter, he's available there, so we'll let him do what he wants because he's Florida guy, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Tobias says Hunter doesn't go to. I can see Dallas throwing the bank for the 3rd pick.
Oh.
It's Dallas though, brother.
Right.
It's Dallas. It's Jerry Jones will mess it up.
And Jerry Jones go against the grain too. Deion Sanders, probably him and Deion probably on the call say they'll Travis come to Texas. Hey.
That's Chance said, bro. We talked about this. We probably did, Chance. How long ago did we talk about it? I had a 2-week trial with both the 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. You don't remember shit. No, I don't. Honestly, I'm 48 and a half years old, bruh. What do you want me to do? I can't remember everything. I got to save space for stuff that really matters. Yeah. So then from Jacksonville, next will be the Raiders. So that is also a potential landing place for Ashton Jeanty. As you guys know, based on what I did in Madden Superstar mode as a running back, a running back would definitely change that franchise. A great running back. Basing it on, Madden Superstar mode. Great analysis, right? No, Ashton Jeanty was the college's leading rusher, correct? This year?
The guy who should have won the Heisman, yeah.
Probably had a good chance to win the Heisman.
He had the most rushing yards out of any running back in NCAA. Also, actually,
I agree.
In first place was Ashton Jeanty. In second place was Ashton Jeanty's yards after contact. And then another guy was third. This guy you couldn't tackle all year.
So
brother 10.
Yes,
you know where he's from too, right? You know where he's from too.
Jeanty. I mean, most of these guys, they usually come from like four states for the most part. If they're a skill position, it's Florida, California, or Carolina or Texas. Yeah, them 4 areas. If it's a lineman, they usually come from Wisconsin, Ohio, Idaho, Nebraska. The corn-fed dudes.
Ohio State.
Well, they may have went to Ohio State, but they probably came from somewhere else.
Oh yeah, right.
Not many in the green room. Yeah, I can't. I'm not watching, so I am listening to the draft.
It's a big green room this year
on another stream, so I cannot see it. I can only hear what's going on NFL radio at the moment.
So I know we down the line, brother Tens, but let me know what the Colts gonna do.
So here's the question: does Tyler Warren fall all the way to 14? And if he doesn't,
it depends on the Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets will make a big play for him. And also, if he does, then I think that opens the door for Loveland to fall to the Colts.
I also think Chicago could take it as well.
Yeah. Hey, the Colts better pick good this year. They got to.
They had a good pick last year in the first round. They didn't do bad, and they did great in the offseason. I think Louisiana starting to breed some horses. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. They did well in the offseason this year, so they shored up their secondary by getting the safety from Minnesota, right? And they got Ward from San Francisco. So that kind of helps out with their back end. They need a linebacker because they lost Speed. And they really need someone that's going to produce. Because Speed was second leading tackler this year, but I believe he was the first leading tackler the year before when what's his name went down. Can't think of the linebacker's name right now. Zaire Franklin. When Zaire Franklin went down 2 years ago, E.J. Speed was the leading tackler for the team that year. Now, Colts tend to usually pick undersized linebackers, and they tend to usually not pick top-end linebackers. So they usually don't do those in the first round. They usually find some kind of gem in the rough that fits the scheme. Long term. So we may not see the linebacker pick from them until like third or fourth round. But I think tight end is a definite need. I think defensive tackle is also a need, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Tight end, O-line, linebackers, what you got on this?
O-line, that's what it is. O-line, offensive lineman. So they also generally outside of I won't say they don't generally. They have made plays on offensive line in the first round. I don't know if there's enough offensive linemen in this group that it would be. So you got Will Campbell, you got
Mimbo. Depends on how healthy you think Josh Simmons will be for the season.
Kelvin Banks from Texas.
Yeah,
there's not
What's
many.
the name of the tackle from Missouri that's pretty good? He's pretty good.
That's Mimbo. That's Mimbo.
Okay.
Yeah, Armand.
Georgia got one too. Georgia got one.
Yeah, but I don't think he rates like. I don't think he's great. I don't think he has a first round. Yeah, I think he's got a second round grade on him.
Oh wow!
I don't see them picking him 14 and have a chance to pick him back up again for cheaper on the second round. So
yeah,
I honestly believe that it's going to be one of the tight ends. If both tight ends are gone, then that could throw a wrench to the plan, and we might see the Colts go best player available at that point.
I think it would be Jahad Campbell at that point if both the tight ends are gone.
If any believes in Richardson, they got to get him as much help as possible. I mean, they need to give him as much help as possible so they can prove. He needs to prove that he can do it.
It was worth their first round.
Yeah,
he needs to completion percentage above 50% first.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, what them tight ends? What tight end is that? The one from Georgia? Is ranked high or is it?
Which one? No. That's
tight end.
That's Penn State.
State's tight end.
Penn State's tight end.
Penn State, that's right.
Yeah, Penn State's tight end is Tyler Warren, and then Loveland is from Michigan. But this is a tight end. This is a tight end deep draft.
Speaking of tight end, there's a D3. Yeah, there's a D3 tight end.
Mm-hmm.
That I saw the last couple of weeks. He's been blowing up the little private workouts, and he runs the 400 in track. He's pretty good. He's actually a wide receiver, and they're converting to tight end.
Okay.
So they're saying he might.
So kind of like how they did Shannon Sharp.
Might be
but he
day 2 pick.
Yeah. I can't think of his name though, but I'm following his story because it's interesting to see him. I always like the underdog, Donald. You know me.
Yeah. So Muntz comes in and says, "Happy draft day, except for the Colts." Muntz, why? Why, fam? Why? Why you got to hate on my squad, bro? Why? All right. So let's see. We kind of skipped some teams. We kind of talked about them a little bit, but like, what do we think? Like teams like San Francisco are going to do? They had a pretty rough season last year. They had a lot of injuries, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Then they lost Debo. They did pay Brandon Ayuk last year. Finally.
Who knows if he'll be ready?
CMC is getting a little long in the tooth, and has had a few injuries. It's always bears down.
Defense, Donald.
You think?
Defense.
Yeah. Right now, their projected needs are defensive tackle, edge, and offensive tackle. So that could probably potentially where you see your second defensive tackle or your second or third edge rusher probably go.
I think they might do a corner if enough edges go.
That's possible. That is very possible.
It's like it could be Barron, Jade Barron. I think I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah.
If not, then like I don't know. All the edge needy teams are like in 15 and after.
Yeah. So another thing they could do, they could do to kind of help Christian McCaffrey out is go ahead and pick up that running back. There's a running back that's been kind of moving up the board. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Is it Dalen Sampson?
Who's the consensus too?
Damarian Hampton, that's it. Damarian Hampton.
And we got I've heard inklings of Travion Henderson. Not Travion Henderson. One of the Ohio State running backs to have like a Jahmyr Gibbs type rise into the draft.
Keep forgetting to turn this on. It's the only thing I hate about this new software is turning on that. There we go. Hey, what's up, Serene the Cats? Great to be a Michigan Wolverine. They're going to dominate the draft. They might. I think they dominated last. You said you want to ban people? No banning people because
you can ban that Michigan fan.
No, we can't ban people because of the teams they root for. Today, we celebrate together about the greatness of the NFL draft, right?
Except the Steelers.
Wow, I was thinking more Dallas, but okay.
Well, this is like the one day Dallas fans have to look forward to. So.
Probably Scatterboo in the second. We'll see. We'll see what happens tonight. So we talked about Dallas needing a wide receiver, a cornerback, and a receiver. If Travis Hunter, for some reason, doesn't go to Cleveland number 2, do we see Dallas making a play? Because that would solve 2 needs. Ban me and we win the championship next. I'm sorry. My Ohio State fan friend in here is he's just they can't help it.
Just a little
They can't help. I mean, they did win the championship this year, although they can't beat Michigan in the Big Ten regular season. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying.
We only run every game for like 10 years in a row, so we'll have a few.
What do you think my team, the Dolphins, will do in the draft? So the Dolphins are just before the Colts, and honestly, they might go defense. They might take a safety or a defensive lineman or a cornerback. I think it is very much in the air that they have. I think they got a lot of holes. They can't protect the lead, and honestly, they probably also need to shore up that offensive line. I know it's not a need that shows up here on the board, but they got a quarterback that honestly he can't take too many hits. So they may need to figure out a way to shore up that offensive line just a little bit. We are about 5 minutes away.
Like a Tyler Shuck in like the 3rd round, just to be there.
Yeah.
For sure, backup guy, because the Snoop Huntley experience of last year was not great.
Let's see. Dallas project needs 18. Wow. Yes, they need a new GM. Can you draft a GM?
Right.
It has been 1,972 days since Ohio beat Michigan. Wow. But Tariq on the trading block and they go tight end or wide out. Yeah, there's very possible. I don't know. They got a lot of holes. They may need to also, not this obviously in the first round, they're probably not going to think about it, but maybe in the later rounds, look at some of these quarterbacks who might be a later round to fit in behind Tua. Because it's not if Tua gets hurt, it's when Tua gets hurt, right?
I mean, 2023, he was pretty healthy. But...
Yeah, but in 2024, he wasn't. 2022, he wasn't. 2021, he wasn't.
Yeah.
Jalen Ramsey on the block, too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They needed. That's why they need a DB. All right. Rounding out the top 15 or top 16. That's halfway through the draft. That should carry us right into the first. Hopefully, not too long for the first pick. We have Atlanta, and they were the surprise last year, right? Atlanta did something that most people thought was crazy because they had just signed Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
To that big deal, and they picked up Michael Penix Jr. So it shows their needs as defense, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, edge, defensive tackle.
The edge.
Yeah, edge, defensive tackle, cornerback. So we'll see how that board plays out for them. I know chat on Twitch. Where is everyone? I know. Hey guys, most people are on YouTube. That's why, Brian. And I haven't set up, or nor do I plan to set up a bot where it streams on both sides. But we are live on Twitch as well, and we are trying to get to affiliate. So if you guys can take a few minutes, click that link at the top of the YouTube chat, go over to the Twitch side, hang out there for a few minutes, and then you can come back over to the YouTube side if you're more comfortable on YouTube. But yeah, we're definitely trying to get over there and get to the try to get to that affiliate. We're right on the edge of affiliate. I didn't look to see exactly where I was at on that. Let me see if I can find out real quick. That's probably not where I need to go. Dashboard. Affiliate equals money. That is true. That is what it equals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're still at 2.7. So either it hasn't updated or we didn't have enough last night to really move the needle. But yeah, if we can go over. Only if I can harass your Ohio fans on both. You can harass any fan you want tonight. And then we got Arizona. So Jackson, they are showing wide receiver, defense tackle, and guard as need. We watch a lot of football on Sundays. We've sometimes watched the game. We didn't do it this year, but we usually watch games together throughout the year.
Mm-hmm.
From what you have seen, I didn't watch a ton of Arizona games. I'm not gonna lie, they weren't very exciting to me. I felt like they never were really in any games, although they did win 8 games this year.
I watched a few. The quarterback. I can't think of his name. I know I'm bad with names, Donald, but little short quarterback.
Yeah, Kyler Murray.
Yeah, he tends to bail out. He still doesn't let things progress. He tends to bail out or whatever. And so if you're not going to Marvin Harrison's son, he's looking for the tight end. The tight end is pretty exciting to watch. I can't think of his name either. Maybe Shane can help me with that. But I just know numbers. Yeah, he's pretty exciting to watch. And I love the running back, number 6. He's pretty exciting to watch as well. But they probably need a W because they got their Y, so they probably need a W or a slot. I would say.
Emeka Egbuka could go there. Just have the entire Ohio State wide receiver room from 2 years ago just end up there somehow.
Oh wow! Wow, that'd be huge.
Puka Nacua?
Emeka Egbuka.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Puka Nacua.
He played at Ohio State.
Yeah.
They didn't pick up nobody in free agency, did they?
Not anybody big, no.
Yeah.
Their defense was a little iffy, but they play good at times. But
one of their looks like both their
NFC West is also just really competitive, so it's not like
all right. For those who are watching, the draft has underway now, right? I think Goodell might have just went up on stage, or is getting ready to go up on stage.
Number one pick is.
There's no clock yet, but they've got like the Tennessee logo ready to
go. Okay. So yeah, we're waiting on the number 1 pick. After that is Cincinnati. Cincinnati had made 2 big signings this offseason. Both of their wide receivers, right?
Yeah.
And
then they're trying to get
well deserved, but
with them not signing their best defensive player back, I give him a big deal. They might go
edge rusher. I think they're looking defense heavy in this draft.
Yeah, I gave them. I can't pronounce the edge rusher from Boston College. I can't pronounce his last name. That's what I think I'm going to take.
Let's see if I can figure that out real quick.
Ezeiruaku. I don't know. Ezeiruaku. Can't pronounce that. But he's there. Jahad Campbell might be there too. He could be.
I'm still thinking Jahad Campbell might be the pick. Who could still be there.
Or
you also got Jalen Walker from Georgia who could still be there. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. It really just depends on what the board looks like. Yeah. So there's that.
Oh my God. Roger Goodell's riding a bicycle on stage.
Who is?
He looks like the puppet from Saw on this bike.
Okay.
Wow.
Go Blue. How do you get an Ohio State grad off your front porch? You pay for the pizza. Wow, Mike Middleton. Mike Middleton came in hot.
Or you have a University of Michigan person deliver it, right?
Oh, wow! Some shots being thrown.
Yep.
Some shots being thrown. Go Blue. No Michigan slander. Hey, everybody's open season, but we can't ban anybody, Jody. Sorry.
Let's see up north.
But we also are here to celebrate all the hard work these young men have done to get to this point. See what teams are going to do, where they're going to go. We'll come back to the draft need thing here shortly. We have Tennessee on the clock.
Yep. Goodell's giving his little speech right now, but
yeah,
we'll be done soon.
When the last time Ohio State beat Michigan, I'll wait.
Saying who they taking?
Who, number one?
Cam Ward, for sure.
Yeah. Who do you have any doubt it's going to be anybody but Cam Ward? Get you some Twitch hours, thanks to Tobias.
All the other visits with anyone else, they could have taken that same spot. So I don't think it's anyone else.
Yeah,
if it's someone else,
if they weren't going to trade out to stack some picks, then I think they already had in their mind they know who they want, and it doesn't make sense to go anywhere else. But do they switch cities every year? Yeah, they've been switching cities now, Brian. It's Green Bay this year. I think next year is in Pittsburgh.
What was that? I missed that.
They're switching. One of the people asked if we switch cities every year. And I said, yeah, they switch cities every year. Switch the cities every year.
Packers super fan Lil Wayne. Huh.
He is a Packers super fan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got a whole song called Green and Yellow. They need to come to Baltimore. I agree. I think it'll go a lot of places. Man, only 107,000 people in Green Bay. All right, so yeah, we got Roger Goodell talking.
The Bears before the draft starts.
Thinking where the Bears is where the draft starts? No, I think it'll be before that. I think
they're calling them out.
Oh, they're calling them out. Okay. See, honestly, I don't see much of a difference in the top 5 quarterbacks. I would draft Hunter and shake up the draft. I do. I get what you're saying, Tobias. Cam Ward brings a little different, a little bit more difference to the position than Shedeur. Shedeur is more of your traditional quarterback, where Cam is more of that playmaker that you see nowadays, like with Lamar Jackson and all them. So I definitely see the difference.
Unreal arm talent too.
Yeah, he got great arm talent.
He just flicks his wrist, the ball goes 50 yards downfield.
Yep,
it's ridiculous.
Yep, he's got great arm strength. So where are they at on TV? Because obviously I'm listening to it on stream radio.
Got 9.5 minutes left on the Tennessee's pick.
Okay,
but it shouldn't take that long.
I thought it was a clear cut of who they picking. Why are we taking this long then?
And that's where I'm at with it too. Like, why are we taking forever if it's a clear cut?
In case anyone wants to trade, this is their last chance to do it. But
that draft party looks amazing. I wish I'd have went to it.
What, to Green Bay?
Yeah, it looks fun out there.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're having a blast.
They're not these old clock for each team. They won't, Brian. These teams do not need no tenants. They really don't. But
unless you're the Vikings from 2003, what was it? They just let 2 picks happen before they turned theirs in. They were the 7th pick, and they ended up being the 9th pick just because they took too long.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Look at all those people. Y'all see all those people? Goodness. Shane, you watching this?
I'm not watching. I'm only listening.
Oh no, it's a sea of people. Yeah.
I believe it though.
Yes,
do you think the Ravens are drafting a kicker? Not in the first round, Brian. Not in the first round.
They're gonna replace Justin Tucker.
He just had a. So Justin Tucker, they love him there. To get rid of Justin Tucker,
to show Cam Ward getting the call. Yeah.
He's in.
Kickers can shake it. Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the Deshaun Watson situations going on.
Oh wow. Yeah. Didn't know that.
It's not great.
Didn't know that. Yep, he just got the phone call. Oh, they go to those guys that be on TikTok all the time.
You scared Justin Tucker at the grocery store one time? Yeah, it's Justin Tucker gone. He hit too many allegations. Too many allegations.
Isn't the kicker in Kansas City in the same boat with the allegations?
The kicker and who?
Kansas City, the Chiefs. Didn't he do something like that too?
Oh no, he's just a sexist piece of shit.
Yeah, so, there you go.
He gave some speech at a college and essentially kind of said some things that were he didn't think about what he was saying when he said it. Yeah.
Let's see. After those messages, prior allegations, JT got the yips. Yeah, he did. He definitely got the yips. Hold on one second, everybody. Yes, ma'am.
Can you just check your text messages?
Hold on. Yeah, she can. Don't turn on the AC, though.
She's trying to clean up. She says it's hot.
Good Lord. We barely into the spring. Fine.
I'm probably ordering our dinner.
Huh?
I'm probably ordering our dinner.
Okay. Oh. Home life, y'all. Love it. Love it. Let's see. I ran into Justin Tucker at the at the at the massage parlor. Really, Mike Middleton? Could a player deny being chosen by a certain team, theoretically? Pretty much what Eli did. It's pretty much what Eli did. Piggly Wiggly, huh? Yeah. The Piggly Wiggly. Oh, my goodness. That's funny. That's funny. The Piggly Wiggly. Buying groceries. Right. All right. So we are waiting now to hear what we all know.
They're feeling all those.
Pick is in. That's for y'all.
Picks in. There we go.
Let's see. So what happens? Do they just go back in the pool? No, Brian. They essentially have to. I don't know what actually happens. Basically, Eli obviously pushed. They got a trade out of that. They traded the Chargers to the Giants. Worked out well for both teams, I think, in the end.
Yeah, there was just straight up person for person. Nothing else.
I feel like that would make them less desirable for the teams, which is what Eli was trying to do, and they still picked him. But the Giants ended up picking Phillip Rivers, made the phone call, and they swapped. So, essentially, the person gets drafted by the team, they belong to that team. I think if they don't sign by a certain point, though, then they go into, like, free agency.
Schefter just reported a trade.
Jackson, what are you doing, bro?
Jacksonville up to number 2.
Jacksonville to 2?
Yeah.
Who reported a trade?
Schefter.
Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick to the Jags. The Jags are trading the 5th overall pick and a 2nd round pick, a 4th round pick, and their 2026 first round pick to the Browns. Holy crap.
Oh, they getting the running back then.
Hey, what's up, Trash?
Yeah,
same with Shane said.
Cam Ward, as we all knew, would be the number 1 overall pick. All right. So now add it to the ticker. So pick is in. So the exclamation point GD does not work. It's exclamation point points to see your GD points or GD treat points. I have to fix that. I haven't fixed it yet. I'm trying to figure out where exactly to fix that so that it is exclamation point GD treats. It's possible to fix on its own, but for whatever reason, it didn't. So now the Jags have the number 2 overall pick. That changes the draft. So the draft starts at 2. Yeah, so Hunter. Yeah, so Travis Hunter on the other side of Brian Thomas. I don't think it's Genty. I don't think they go up to 2 to get Genty.
I don't know. Is that the person they were just links to the whole time?
Say again.
That's just who they've been linked to this whole time.
With tonight's trade, the Browns are now armed to select a quarterback. Yes, and now they can
next
go.
Year. Or maybe later this year. But
later, like in year. No, they're late. They pick a quarterback now.
No, not pick 5. What? No.
I don't know. I think they can.
Hey, is the Jags gonna get Sanders? I don't know. Might be nothing, No,
the Jags aren't getting Sanders. They're getting Hunter.
Oh yeah, Hunter. Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's
Rick, whoever goes to that mess in Jacksonville, yeah, it's rough.
Shane, didn't I say that earlier, Shane, that we get that Hunter? Some way we figure Hunter out.
If he was there, yeah. So.
Pizza's here. Pizza's here. Okay. I didn't get it because I have food.
It's on the fridge.
Oh, hey.
Cleveland wants Sanders. Yeah, Cleveland will definitely go for Sanders. They can package a couple of the picks they just got along with their 2nd round pick and move back into the 1st round to go after Sanders. My guess is as long as he doesn't go before the top 15.
The only other place he would go would be 21 to Pittsburgh. So if they won a
Jacksonville. That started being talks, Jody, about Jacksonville doing the trade. That started being rumblings that we heard yesterday, day before. I kind of heard it, but I was like, why would they? I know they're not going to jump to number 2 to get a running back. So, but I was hearing number 3 or not number 2. Yeah, they have 33 and 38 now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's needs. Tennessee's got their quarterback.
They're going to use one of their second-round picks to trade into the end of the first round, I think, and try to get
Carter to the Jags. I don't think so, too, James. Hey, are you able? Hunter going to the Giants with Neighbors? Nah. Jacksonville just traded with Cleveland to get the second overall pick. They just jumped in. Are you able to jump into the call with us too, James? You should have access.
You talking to me, dog?
No, to James. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the trade, first off?
I'm not mad at the
love
it.
I like
it. I just don't know who the hell we're going to draft now.
Duval. I like it, baby. Yes.
Let's see. Oh, instead of a second this year, they got a first next year. Yeah. So they got.
So they got number 5.
Cleveland received the 5th overall, as well as the second round 36 overall, a 4th round selection, and a 2026 6th rounder.
The first round.
Yeah, so
Jags believe in their team too to give up a first round pick next year. They must believe in it. They're want to win now to give up that first round for next year.
Yeah, Cleveland probably shouldn't have traded, to be honest, but they did. I don't know why my YouTube chat isn't scrolling. Voice is acting up. Okay, no bueno. Yeah, but they don't need Travis Hunter for the whole game at wide receiver. They need him for probably the whole game at quarterback. To James, I understand what you're saying. They got 3 stud wide receivers, but then you can make a 10 to 15 play package for Travis Hunter on the offensive side as well. Yeah, Cleveland stockpiling picks, Chuck. That's right. Exactly. Sunshine better show out next year. He might get shopped. Yeah, he definitely got one more year to show it why they paid him, or he might be gone.
That's a nice pick. Travis Hunter is the real deal.
All right, we got that. So there's your Cam Ward pre-draft analysis and all that information. We'll move that on down to number 2.
So who going next? The running back?
I don't know. I doubt that they would move up to 2 to take a running back.
I mean,
what is Jesse Armstead doing there? Big Nick Phil.
I think he's announcing the pick.
That's right, because he was Jacksonville. That's right. I don't know why I keep thinking he was San Francisco.
Duval.
Pick is in.
He's doing a speech before he announces the pick.
Be funny if New York got Sanders. Could be. So now we're just waiting on the announcement. Cleveland better clear the board than picks. Well, a lot of them are like they got some picks for this year, but they also didn't get some picks until for next year too. So they don't show the picks getting. Yeah, they show Cam Ward getting his call. But it's not a lot of people in the green room tonight either.
I think they were busy covering the trade to do.
They got it. There it is. It's in.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for Travis Hunter. They let his father out just so he could see it. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, that was nice.
Duval. I guess the dog didn't.
Paul just texted me said Duval.
For those who don't know, our friend Paul Spicer played how many years? Was it 11?
11.
Yeah, 11 years in the NFL. The majority of those with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, let's see. My man was truly happy. Love to see it. Yeah. You know they make those jerseys right there. And yeah, they do. I mean, obviously, think about it. If they try to do them in advance, they'd be wrong. Yeah, it's definitely like quick stitch. It's not anything that's going to be like NFL game ready. Quick stitch ready, though. All right, so we got New York Jets on the board, or Giants on the board. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Don't kill me, Giants fans.
I mean,
we got
it's a team from New York. We're going to be in the top 10.
We got quarterback need, defensive tackle need, guard need. But is the quarterback need a first-round draft pick? Are they more leaning towards maybe securing up that front line, let Russell Wilson prove what he can do for a year? Or could they draft Sanders, sit him behind Russell Wilson, and either A, learn from Russell, or put him in for Russell if Russell is, pans out to not be anywhere close to what they hope he would be? Sanders might side the Browns or Raiders. Yeah, he could go to the Raiders as well. What if Cleveland wants Genty? They would need to give up, I think, too much to get back in to get Genty. I think Genty.
There's a chance he's there at 5. Especially.
Cleveland. Yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot they got the 5th pick. Abdul Carter. Yeah, I'm thinking Abdul Carter to the Giants as well. Abdul Carter or the defense tackle from Michigan, Mason Graham. One of those two, I think. They good with Chubb? They are, but Chubb gets hurt. You do need a second one.
Chubb's a free agent right now, actually.
Is Chubb a free agent? Okay, there you go. Take it from a Cleveland fan. Chubb's a free agent. Chubb is a free agent. one day I'm gonna have a real green screen so that this fading in and out stuff doesn't happen. Travis Player's the first player to do what and how long? I didn't hear it. I'm not listening to the live broadcast on stage. One of you guys hear what she said?
Oh, he was a full-time starter on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, full-time starter on both sides of the ball in college. Yeah, injury prone. Yeah. Trust me, I know. He's been on my fantasy teams a lot. And every year I'm like, God dang it.
I'm so excited about Madden. I can't wait to come out.
So you're excited about Madden. I don't know if I'm going to do Madden this year.
Oh, you don't tell me you're doing college football, team.
I might do college football.
If they leave it alone, Penn, they got to leave it alone. You know that. All they updates, it just messes the game up.
Yeah, but there it is. The pick is in.
Who they pick?
Abdul Carter, Penn State.
Hey, man, we owe Shane a burger, man. We got to take him to Five Guys. He said it. Talk, man. Does Sanders fall to the second round?
There's a chance he could fall to the second round.
According to Diana Rossini, Browns are looking to trade down again.
Let's see. This is July 10th, NCAA 2026. Yeah. And just do the roster update for Madden. I don't know why people still buy it. I'm good off of 24. Yeah. 24 is probably the better one, honestly. All right. So Abdul Carter, pick 3.
This is going to be like a great pass rush. This is like Michael Strahan and O.C. Manura Justin Tuck days back in the late 2000s.
Yeah. All right, so now we got New England on the board. Unless they trade out, I see them going offensive line.
Yeah,
I think they want to bring back some of the toughness back to New England. Back when New England's heyday, they had some of the best offensive and defensive line in the league. Their skill positions were okay.
Had you at Tennessee.
Yeah.
So I guess he wants to kind of emulate that again.
No comment for me on New England.
I mean, I'm not a New England lover. We all know this as a Colts fan. Jinty to the Panthers. They lost their star free agency. Could be. Got you, Mosquito. Yeah. So the order has been what people have been saying. 1, 2, 3. Ward, Hunter, Carter. That's what the consensus will be. Screw New England. Right, too, James. In the end, F them Patriots. Oh, speaking of which, I finally finished my Madden Superstar mode in New England, Jody, if you're still here. I am now up for free agency. I'm getting the hell out of New England. If Drake May on the video game is anything like Drake May in the real life Drake May is anything like the Drake May that was on my Madden team, they gonna suck. Yeah, two gents. Jody, what? Yeah, he's on the Twitch side. Yeah, for those who prefer to watch one way or the other, all I ask is hop over to the Twitch side, show some love over there for a little bit, and then come on back. We're trying to get us to affiliate, but also you can watch wherever you're comfortable at, on either YouTube or Twitch. But help your boy get to affiliate so we can start earning some money on the Twitch side. Okay. Well, so
what an electric time.
Yeah. So, do we say Mimbo or do we say?
I think it's gonna be Campbell, just because he's been the left side guy.
I'm going with Shane. He's been accurate the whole time.
Yeah, I've said Campbell earlier today too. Michael, thank you for your follow.
Yeah, Membo's.
You didn't like that pick for your Giants? Why not, Jody?
You got the best pass rusher since Myles Garrett, and you're mad about it.
But Shane, Abdul don't look big though. He look more like a.
Oh. You look at him. Like he's more speedy than Myles. Myles can definitely bull rush better than he can, but
can't move the ball. It's 6 more rounds, Jody. 6 more rounds. 6 more rounds. You gotta. You'll get more opportunities to pick up players that you need.
So he's gonna be in the 3-4 scheme. Is that what the Giants run? So he's gonna be outside. He's gonna be kind of like that. Your boy from Pittsburgh, kind of TJ Watt, kind of.
Yeah, like a TJ Watt. Okay.
Yeah.
Got to hit big in the first. I'm just saying you do, but he was the 3rd rated player on the board. I don't see the problem with that. He was the 3rd highest rated player on the board. He might have been first now that I think about it. In the top 100? No.
Just behind.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Travis Hunter was first, and then Abdul Carter. So he was 2nd on the board as rated players in the draft this year. All right. So what do we have? We think the offensive tackle from LSU, right? And then what do we think Cleveland will do?
Apparently they're looking to trade, but
why isn't Shedeur in his seat on the couch? Because, bro, why do you? At this point, what are you thinking? At this point in your head, what are you thinking?
3rd best player available. So,
do you think that you're going to go 5?
If they don't trade back,
do you think you'll go 6?
It's going to be Genty.
Does he go 9 to the Saints? Does he go 13 to Dallas? I mean, there's a lot of places he could go. Think Browns are going Sanders? 5's a
5.
At 5?
No way.
No. Cleveland may go running back. Cleveland may go Ashton Genty. We shall see. Yeah, I think someone just said it best. I'm listening to. They said that they need more protection for Drake May. I agree. All right, there it is. Pick is in. Will Campbell. Will Campbell from LSU.
There you go.
I guess I probably should put positions.
According to Rich Eisen, the Browns pick is also in.
It still shows them on the clock for me.
Yeah.
There we go. Let me see. We got the Browns in. Still show them on the clock for me. But I'm sure moving back to 5, and they knew that Hunter was going to be off the board. I'm sure they already had their second one. Ghost, this an extra blocker for your player? What do you talk about? No. Jody, you missed what I said. I finished my 4th year in New England. I'm a free agent. I get to leave. Plus, I was a receiver. I was a receiver in New England. He's out of there. We out of there. We are out of there. That team sucks. All right. At some point, when I get into it in my actual office, I'm going to have a TV. I'm going to be able to watch it while I'm streaming to you guys so I can watch it live. Now Diggs can get some catches. Yeah. If Drake May don't throw 25 interceptions. All right. Cleveland on the clock still showing for me. Doesn't say the pick is in yet. But where do we think we're going? This is where the draft started. This is where the draft starts. With them moving back to number 5.
We're all set on the defensive front, so I don't think this is a Mason Graham or anything like that.
Okay.
I think the best player available is far and ahead Alshon Jantty.
I've been waiting for somebody to grab him.
If the pick is in and we don't trade back,
they says they need a running back. It is a top need. Why would they not take the best running back in the draft?
Yeah. Even if they do re-sign Nick
the
Chubb,
pick is in. Let's see who it is.
I'm pretty sure Jerome Ford is going to be cut at that point just because he's due. Whatever we're going to sign Chubb for will be less than what Ford is due on his contract. So. Oh.
Pick is in. Who are we taking here if the 5th pick, Cleveland?
Jantty. It's got to be Jantty.
And then where does that do with the Raiders? Where does that put the Raiders because they were thinking maybe possibly Jantty could go to the Raiders, but they got other.
They would take Membo.
Yeah, they could take Membo.
Jantty.
Yep.
Hey, back to that Will Campbell pick.
Yeah,
Donald.
yeah.
I see him playing. I see him playing guard, man. His pass blocking is not. I'm watching some highlights. His pass block, it's not. It's okay. College is different than the pros.
It is.
I see him moving to guard, kind of.
I think what they were saying was they'll probably move him to right tackle, and move the right tackle over to the left.
Yep. Cleveland pick is in. There we go.
Okay.
Because they picked up a left tackle and moved them to the right. If I'm not mistaken, or I'm thinking the other way around. They picked up a right tackle, moved him left. I don't remember no more. I done listened and researched so much football in the last 5 days.
May is a right-handed quarterback, so it would be left-handed. His blind side is left.
Ninja Berry's not on the phone, so looks like it's a full-on pick.
Who they pick?
It hasn't said yet, but I'm sure.
Yeah, we are waiting here to hear.
Oh. Well, I should stay off Twitter when this is going on, but I know what the pick is now. I don't like it.
Uh-oh. Not Ashton Jeanty.
Man, he reminds me of Maurice
Graham. Mason Graham from Michigan.
Tight end?
No, the defensive tackle.
No, the defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, why don't you like that pick, Shane?
Well, it's not that I don't like the pick.
You don't like the school he went to.
Mutt
said no.
There's that, but I also think Gianti will be the better pro.
Yeah, that should help out Myles Garrett. And again, you can't pay a lot more money on the defensive side of the ball because Myles Garrett has a ton of it. You need help around him, young help around him.
There's also because Deshaun tore his Achilles, and there's pictures of him not wearing his boot. So there's speculation that they would not owe this year's money to Deshaun Watson because he was not taking his recovery seriously. So that could free up some money.
That'd free up a lot of money because Deshaun Watson has single-handedly made sure that there will never be a fully guaranteed NFL contract ever again.
Well, I mean, Kirk Cousins does it every year, but
no, fully guaranteed. Fully guaranteed. Mind you, they guaranteed all 5 years of Deshaun Watson's contract. All 5 years of his contract was guaranteed. Ready to quit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He a little D tackle. He definitely gonna use him in it.
Yeah, he won't. He'll be a 3 technique.
Yeah.
The 3 technique, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, Jody, you see the Raiders, they went best available, which would be Jeanty, right? Why is my ESPN not updating as fast as you're seeing it?
My dude Shane has been on. I need to ask your advice about
all of the picks I have gone in order. They're just not to the right teams.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Do you got any knowledge on the crypto game there, Shane?
No.
So Jody, my Madden Superstar running back has proved a great running back can turn the Raiders franchise around. And that's all Ashton Jeanty is going to do. Who are the Raiders after? Sounds like Ashton Jeanty.
Yes, that just seems like that's going to be your first pick of the fantasy draft. I see where you're going. I see what you're doing. You think
No. No. Bog. Jody, what are you talking about? It will happen again. Probably take 20 years. Remember, Deion had a fully guaranteed contract from the Ravens. I don't remember Deion having a fully guaranteed contract. I don't remember him having a fully guaranteed contract. I am thinking about it. But I can't forever. Now the way the game is played and how these guys, the toll it takes on their bodies overall, I can't ever see a fully guaranteed contract ever, without a clause put into it, ever happening again. Okay, thank you. The pick is in.
It's Jeanty.
We got Ashton Genty. Still shows me the pick is in. Oh, there it is. Ashton Genty. There we go. Okay. And we know Pete Carroll likes his running backs, except for, when the game's on the line for the Super Bowl. He'd rather let the quarterback try to win it.
Right.
All right, we got the Jets on the clock. Jets are on the clock. We have... So stay tuned. I got Abdo's probably sliding through to talk about his Seahawks. We've talked to Shane about his Cleveland Browns. I was asked LJ what his team is, but it's like multiple teams. He's a Panthers fan. He's a Colts fan. Who else do you like, LJ?
Fans, I'm a lover of football, man.
I know. I'm a lover of football too, but I definitely still have my squad. I have like my dedicated squad that no matter who they play.
I like Green Bay, man. I like Green Bay. I love the Panthers. Yeah. I like Jacksonville. I just love football, man. Sit there and watch it all day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll cut it on. My family hates when September rolls around because they already know every Sunday, every Monday, every Thursday, I'm gone.
My family hates all year because if it ain't football, it's the basketball.
Yeah. You done. As a coach, as a boys basketball coach, you are done once basketball season starts. Dolphins, Titans over here. To James, we and I already talked. I already know you're only a Titans fan because of Cam Ward, and that just happened. Don't act like that. You don't know nothing about the Titans.
Oh, I like Pittsburgh too, though.
Get up.
Boo. I like Lamar. I just like football. And of course, I like the Chiefs. I just like football.
Yeah.
Not everybody but the Patriots. Now, if you ask me who I don't like, is the question. I don't like the Patriots.
Don't like the Pats.
Dallas.
Or Dallas.
Yep.
I always say Dallas. when the Pats play Dallas, I'll be waiting.
Yeah.
Can the stadium blow up?
And I'm still mad at Jim Irsay, so you know why. Don't want to talk about
it. You still upset. You still upset about 18, right?
Yeah, 18. And I'm still upset about 18. The franchise hasn't bounced back since then.
Yeah, I know you said you was going whatever Ward was going to, James. I got you.
Yeah, man. Shane, who you like, Shane? Tennessee, right?
No, he's Cleveland.
I'm a Cleveland guy.
He's a Cleveland Brown guy.
Cleveland.
He's hometown.
LeBron James guy, huh?
LeBron James. Yep.
Oh man, LeBron.
Let's see. I am old enough to remember praying that Eddie George would just not get the first down. That son of a bitch.
Hey, Don, man. People out here don't know that you was a diehard Eagles fan.
I wasn't an Eagles fan.
Yes,
I was a McNabb fan. And then Terrell Owens went there, who I also was a fan of. It just was easy to root for the Eagles at that point. But honestly, growing up, because the Colts didn't get to Indiana until like the mid-'80s, so growing up, I was a Niners fan. And that was because of Jerry Rice.
I never saw you play with them when you played Tecmo Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, saw you picking the Eagles.
Yes. I never picked the Eagles in Tecmo Bowl. In Tecmo Bowl, I always picked the Niners, and I put Jerry Rice in the backfield.
Oh, my God.
So the Jets pick is in. We're just waiting to hear who it is.
Yeah, NFL's on a commercial break.
Yeah. They're on a commercial break. On a commercial break. Let's see. Schefter, minutes after drafting an edge rusher, Abdul Carter, Giants GM Joe Schoen said his team is picking up Kayvon Thibodeau's fifth-year option. There you go. That's the sports news for you. Dog, I can't do anything about it, homie. I just read the news as it comes to me.
But I was wondering,
where are the Eagles fans at? Why? You know what, Chuck? I don't know who else is an Eagles fan with you here. You know, I advertised this about a week ago, hoping to get a few more people in here to kind of hang out and talk. So hopefully, we'll get a few more people in who are fans of the teams. Craig with the halfback toss was unbeatable. It was, Tobias.
Thibodeau. You're speaking of number 5 from the Giants, right?
Right.
So when they picked Abdul, when they picked Abdul, I was wondering what they was going to do with him.
They're going to keep both of them. You got one on one side, one on the other one.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know we got Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney, but Robert Mathis can't play left, and Dwight Freeney, he prefer right. I mean, there is a difference. Oh,
I agree.
So we know what Thibodeau can do, right?
We gonna see what happens.
They should have went quarterback, if you ask me. They need it.
They should have went quarterback.
Yes.
As in QB.
QB, brother.
And
not corner.
Who do you think they should have picked?
Man, I should have went with Sanders.
You think they should have went Shedeur?
Man, who else was left? Shane at quarterback.
That's it. Shedeur is the next big quarterback on the board. And what's his name? Jackson Dart. Yeah.
But it's still too early for that guy.
Where he from? Dart.
Ole Miss.
Yep.
Ole Miss. Okay.
Yeah, and it's definitely a stretch, but
they have to play the champs twice a year. They need to control the line. Yeah, they definitely need to control the line by playing the Eagles twice a year. Although we do know that for a fact that the Eagles are going to be the run the ball. All right, the pick is in. We went Armand Mumbu. Armand Mimbo, Missouri, offensive tackle.
They went lineman?
Went offensive lineman. Second offensive lineman. They need it.
That's the tackle, right?
Yeah. 7 for 7 right now. Let's go.
Yeah, offensive tackle.
Hello? The Jets might go with Sanders. Jets need a quarterback too.
They do. I don't think they're sold on anybody in that early in the draft. What up, Jabari? How you doing, my guy? Give Fields some help? Yeah. Oh, that's where they went. They got Justin Fields, right?
Yeah, he's a free agent.
I forgot.
Oh, the Jets do?
Yeah, I forgot they got Justin Fields.
Oh, okay. Right tackle was like the last.
Carolina's pick is in.
They needed to,
it is.
Yeah, he can play. This dude can play. I thought he was better than LSU guy, personally.
Watching the draft, man. How are you doing? Doing good.
If he was a commenting about it, and he played like that, he would have gone before Will Campbell for sure.
You said again. Say it again, Shane. I hear you.
If he would have been playing left tackle, he would have gone before him for sure. But he played the right side instead.
Oh, okay.
All right, so Panthers pick is in. Their current needs are, or the top 3 needs were
everything.
Edge rusher, wide receiver, and defensive tackle. But you're right, everything. Honestly, they could probably use an offensive line too. Because, bruh.
I had Jalen Walker here.
Jalen Walker, linebacker? Yeah, I like that. I like Jalen Walker.
Right back.
All right, cool. Probably T here. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. Eagles fans are all. Oh, I've read that already. All left the chat. That's so mean. McMillan. I don't see them going with McMillan, but you know. Let's see what we got here. So Tyler Warren still on the board. They thought he might be gone by now. Could go to the Bears at 10. If he falls past 10, then what up, Skrilla? DJ from Clemson, I think so, but he's rated like a third round. I think a third round pick.
Yeah, he shouldn't go in the first round this year.
Tatara McMillan from Arizona. Okay. Let's see. Well, not right now, but lefties discuss football always. Turns into Eagles discussions always. Yeah, they do quite often. All right, we're waiting to see who Carolina. Where's Carolina going with their pick?
Nowhere.
Wow.
Carolina.
You know what? I will say this. I still don't think he's that good. But Bryce Young showed a little bit towards the end of last season.
Well, I wanted to see you pick him up in the draft. When I fantasy draft.
No. I didn't say that. Like I said, I still don't think he. Listen to what I originally said. I still don't think he's that great, but I give him credit for showing up at the end of the year last year. Now, can he carry that any of that success over to this year and take that step forward they want them to take? What does he need in order to make that happen? Defensively, I feel like Carolina has a lot of holes. You're right. He has
taller.
He needs to get taller. Well, they knew how tall he was when they got him.
Right.
Chuck, I'm going to watch for that now. Okay. Yeah. Chuck's always wanted to make sure the Eagles conversation. Oh, it was real bad when Stephanie used to be in the chat, in Lefty's chat too, because she's an Eagles fan too. I don't know why we evaluating the kid so bad. First off, he's not that good, Skrilla. Let's be honest. He ain't it. He's a quarterback that needed a lot of help. I believe he needed to go to a team where they already had a decent offense, where he could just be that. I hate using the word because I think all quarterbacks are, but a system quarterback. A system that fits him. And Carolina's too much in disarray with their ownership. Their ownership is too much into the kind of like the Dallas Cowboys. I agree with you, Skrilla. He had a lot. You're right. Stroud had a lot of help. Stroud had help, but he did the job that needed to be done to take the Texans from the last place team in the AFC South to the first place team in the AFC South 2 years in a row. All right, there it is. Tobias J called it.
No, my first miss.
Tashi Iroa. McMillan.
Who do they pick?
Tatauroa McMillan from Arizona.
From Arizona. Oh, the running back?
No, wide receiver. Wide receiver.
Okay.
Wide receiver from Arizona. All right, so that puts the Saints on the clock. Saints are on the clock. Abdo should be joining us any time now because we're starting to get to the end of the first half here. We're getting through the top 10. So we got New Orleans, which needs a little bit of everything. Honestly, they seem pretty solid at running back, but their wide receivers were depleted last year with injuries. And I think they lost.
They could take Shador.
They need a quarterback because Derek Carr is gone for the season, right? Good call, Tobias. Good call.
They don't know yet, but there's a chance that, he's out for the year.
Isn't Abdo, is he really showing up? I mean, he said he was. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Skrilla, you think Sanders goes here too? Top 10 for Sanders? This is where I think I put him when I was looking at it earlier this week. And then if he didn't go here, it was either Pittsburgh or somebody trading back in just before Pittsburgh to pick him up. Yep. So here we are. Let's see. The Titans or the Saints pick is in. So who is it that they're picking? You think Saints or Cowboys? I don't think Cowboys. I know that Dak hasn't had the best last couple years due to injury, but I think they're going to try to give Dak some weapons. And then I also think throughout this draft, they're probably going to replace one of their defensive players. Wishful thinking, but if he falls to Miami, I would be stoked. Yeah, I don't. He would. I don't. I think if he is there when Miami has to pick, I don't think they'll pick him. I'll be honest.
Man, Donald, I can get over him better than he can, Donald. Why do we do that?
Say what?
This wide receiver, I'm looking him up. This guy, he can't get over it. I'm upset. He can't get over it, Donald.
You feel like he can't get open?
You know that. He don't have no wiggle in his route.
He wins on the 50-50 balls, though.
He has no wiggle in his route, Donald. None.
So he's 6'4", 219.
6'4", right. 10 pounds away from tight end. Don't look fast. Don't look quick.
6'4", 219. McMillan uses his hands and release package to get off press coverage. Snaps his head around and separates with strength at the top of his route. He doesn't explode out of breaks, but he can sink his hips, plant, and change directions on a sharp breaking route. McMillan finds windows and works back to the ball against zone. He has big hands and a big frame. So that could be that Mike Williams type of player. Remember when San Diego had all them big... Yeah, he doesn't seem very fast. You're right, Jabari.
He ain't fast at all. He ain't fast. He had no... I'm saying...
All right, Tobias says, here comes the disappointment. Tobias, who does your team going to pick?
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, Tobias. I'm disappointed with you.
He looks happy.
I'm disappointed too, Tobias. I might jump to the Saints now. Carolina Panthers ain't trying to win.
Saints are your second favorite team, Jabari? Yeah. Jabari, is your first favorite team the Rams? I don't have my sound effect, otherwise I'd be ba-da-ba-boo, pow. Denver. I knew it was Denver. Pick 9. Will it be a quarterback?
Oh, look who's here.
Abdo.
Finally took Zoe on her walk.
Dude, you can't have a second favorite team. That's just absolutely ridiculous.
You know, we have a lot of
the other conference.
We have no.
Like, you can have an AFC.
All right.
That's fine with
Kelvin Banks Jr., offensive tackle, Texas. There you go, Tobias. Disappointment.
Dude, Shador's getting hammered.
No, I bleed blue and green. I don't support other teams. What's up, though, guys? How's it going?
We are good. Everybody, welcome Aaron, a.k.a. Abdo, to the chat.
That is true. My initials are AKA.
Abdo.
I've been watching for a little bit. I've been watching a couple different things just to see if I can figure out what's going on. I don't. You guys probably all know more about this than me. I'm not like a draft expert or anything. But thanks for having me on.
None of us are. That's the great thing about this.
I just figured it'd be fun to.
So Siren the Cat says good pick. Yeah, they went tackle. So your prediction of Sanders going here is wrong.
Genty is a Raider, man. They gotta go. It just makes sense.
All right, the Bears said we know who we want. The pick is in.
Tyler Warren. It's gonna be Tyler Warren.
Are they gonna go for the running back?
I'm thinking Tyler Warren, tight end.
Genty to the Raiders was good too.
Yeah, Genty to the Raiders was good.
Or they could do really early Omarion Hampton. Do like a Jahmyr Gibbs.
So we got Bears top 3 needs. Let's see what I have. Bears top 3 needs: offensive tackle, edge, running back. So they could go with that other running back that who people were starting to think was going to give pass Genty for a second there. They were smoking, but that's what they thought. What's his name?
Talking about the kid from Arizona State.
Kid from North Carolina, Omarion Hampton.
Oh, North Carolina.
What are you watching like the main NFL broadcast or?
I'm listening to it in my ear.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're getting the picks before me, and I'm watching
NFL
ESPN.
Network is the better broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Well, you're watching ESPN. I'm getting the updates on the NFL ESPN website, and then I am listening to Sirius Satellite Radio in my ear because I'm not sure that
the satellites.
Satellite Radio is definitely behind. So they just announced the Saints pick. We've been talking about it for how long? What says offensive tackle or D-line, please? You said you didn't think Satellite Radio was still a thing?
I didn't even know. I was like, oh, did that still exist?
Yeah, bro. That's like the best way to travel with the radio.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
the tackle wasn't even at the draft. He probably wasn't expected to get drafted. You know,
a lot of these kids now are chilling with their family or doing other things. Remember, Joe Thomas was out fishing.
Oh yeah.
When he got the call. Let's see. We need help on the O-line. Warren should be this pick. Give Caleb some help. Yeah, he doesn't need to be running for his life. Although, I will say Caleb does hold on to the ball just a little too long. He's trying to make the big play all the time. So hopefully he learns from year 1 to year 2 on how to get rid of the ball a little sooner. He's going to have to trust his receivers a little bit more and believe that the windows – you've got to remember the windows in the NFL are going to be a lot tighter than they were in college. So the second year is going to have to be a big jump for him.
Being that number 1 pick is pretty tough because like there's so many situations where you go to that just a horrible team, you know.
I mean, yeah, that's why they're number 1.
Yeah, like I think you're set up to be a successful quarterback if you're not going into a situation like that, you know.
So that was, I guess that's kind of a caveat because they were the number 1 pick the year before. But.
Right. But they're like, oh, new head coach, the number one pick. Oh, new head coach, number one pick. Oh, new head coach.
Oh, it's
right, exactly.
Old
exactly.
regime drafts a quarterback. New regime doesn't want quarterback, drafts another one.
Exactly.
And then
so Abdo, we got you.
Just go, yeah, it's the.
We got you here. We didn't talk about Seattle yet early on. So, what are your thoughts on Seattle's needs? Who do you expect? Obviously, he's still quite a few picks away. A good tight end is the best friend of a quarterback. It is. That is very true, Tobias. Which is why I could see them going there.
They had a tight end set in Detroit with Ben Johnson, so I'm sure they already have Cole Kmet. So.
Yeah. All right, so back to Abdo.
I do not. About the Seahawks, yeah, like I don't have a clue, man. I don't have a clue. I've seen so many different projections and different things. I've seen like the Seahawks subreddit doing their own draft and seeing where things shake out and like lots of different interesting stuff. But like, I don't know. I want offensive line help as always, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can happen before 18, right? That could definitely throw a wrench. So you kind of have to have, all right, who's our top player and then who's our next 5 that we would want based on the position where we're at.
I do not see them taking a wide receiver in the first round, but they might. It's possible, but I just don't. I don't see it.
So it looks like on my board I have them needing offensive line, defensive tackle, which they need help on their front 7 on both sides, or front 5. I guess say on both sides.
I think they in mind. Be a good pick.
He's a tackle, or was he? Oh, linebacker. Okay.
You can also rush. Or play the edge.
I do on the one hand see them building their defense a bit more because their defense is already looking pretty good. So why not just add pieces to it?
All right, Bears or Ian. I'm sorry.
They
went Colston Loveland. Colston Loveland over Tyler Warren. Over Tyler Warren. Wow.
Interesting.
That puts a very, very interesting scenario for my Colts.
If I'm the Colts.
Yeah, they graded Loveland over Warren. Leave it to the Bears.
Who you want for your Colts?
Well, I was going to be happy with Loveland. I was gonna be happy with Loveland because I knew the Bears. I just figured Tyler Warren would be gone, but looks like we might have a chance. All right, so Abdo, I'm going to ask you a very absurd question for a Seahawks fan. The Niners are on the clock.
Bears being the Bears.
I mean, they didn't get a bad tight end. Let's be honest with you first off, before I go back to the question for Abdo. The pick is in for the Niners. Just waiting to hear who it is.
Oh, they're quick.
Yeah, they were quick.
Donald, are you in the draft? You know before?
I'm telling you, I watched it on the ESPN's website.
Who they take, Donald? Who they take?
I don't know who they picked yet. I just know the pick is in.
Oh, okay. The pick is in. Okay.
Siren the Cat, what did you do? Let me go back here and look.
If the Bears don't be good this year, they're going to dismember the whole team. They got weapons galore. They got Dave. They got Moore.
Less symbols. Okay, I don't know what symbols you used. All right, so before we hear this pick, the Niners' needs show defensive tackle, edge, offensive tackle. Also, I would say probably now defensive back, running back, and a few other ones. What up, the other?
I am still flabbergasted.
So who do you think the Niners are going to pick? Being in the same division or conference, I'm sorry, as your beloved Seahawks.
Me and hating them?
Yes, you and hating them.
I do not know.
What up,
I
the other
don't know.
man?
I don't honestly know what they're doing right now. They seem to have traded away some interesting pieces, and do you need? I mean, running back. I don't think that's realistic, right? Like they need another receiver now, right? I mean, they did pick up Adams and stuff, but like, how old is he?
And I don't think they're not going to draft another receiver in the first round.
I don't think so either, but like it just seems like that's been a kind of a carousel for them, or just like so much drama going on.
There was drama,
something stupid happening.
Drama going on. They're injury prone wide receiver core. You got a running back who's growing long in the tooth. Oh, you forgot about the Caps? Yeah.
What's what was their backup guy that he actually had like a couple good games, but then he also kind of
got hurt. No, he got hurt.
Mason. They traded him to Minnesota.
Yeah, he's gone to Minnesota.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's one of their biggest needs for sure.
Caps lock, go blue. Yeah. Nightbot doesn't like caps lock. I even toned him down. You must have really went big. Yes, they did sign Cooper Kupp. Yes, they did sign Cooper Kupp. He probably did say hi, Abdo. That's probably true.
Because he usually says my name in all caps. So.
He said he did go blue is what he did. Oh, you talk about
good job, Nightbot. I'm proud of you.
The other. I'm gonna throw hands with Nightbot GD. I mean, if you can find them, you can take them out.
I need to figure out the restream thing for sure at some point.
The restream.
It's like I've
chat thing. Yeah.
Yeah, because I want it in both. I want, there's just my Twitch is so cold, like, lonely over there.
It is lonely over there. It is very lonely. I try to watch on Twitch whenever I can, though. I am lucky that I have 3 screens, and then I also have my phone. So I usually have one chat on one screen, my game on one screen, my streaming software on another screen, and then my phone's got the other screen.
Yeah. I just have big monitors I slice into 3 basically.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do I want for my Colts? They needed to go tight end. They need a tight end. They need something to control the middle of the field. They need something to give a threat down the middle to give those receivers an option to open up a little bit more. Our tight ends last year were atrocious. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Atrocious? Yeah. That's it. Atrocious.
Yes.
God awful, pitiful, piss poor. However else you want to describe it, that's what they were.
Well, we need to tell them how you really feel. Jeez.
We need a tight end that's going to do it. I kind of like Woods a little bit, but he's only a catching tight end, and he's not very fast. So we need a tight end that can play all 3 downs, that can stretch the middle of the field, that can block in the passing game and running game. I think Tyler Warren will make a great addition. He gives me Dallas Clark vibes, for those who remember Dallas Clark heydays here in Indy. So I think that could be where they go.
Yeah, but he's not Peyton Manning throwing to him, so
it's okay.
It's kind of a big part of the Dallas Clark era.
Yeah, it's true.
As long as Richardson can throw to him and not over him, it'll work out.
So here's my thing with Richardson. Richardson doesn't miss passes across the middle. He misses them on the edge. So the quick outs, the drags that extend, he misses those. Those corner routes, he misses those. But if it's a deep ball down the middle of the field, for whatever reason, he puts that on a rope. But the easy,
so you're saying he misses all the
easy stuff
he needs to
he misses all the plays. Now, I will again. I gave Bryce Young his flowers. I gave Bryce Young his flowers. Let me give AR his. There was a couple of games last year where in the fourth quarter he actually looked like an NFL quarterback and brought us back to win a couple of games. So if we can find that version of AR and make it over the season, then you'll see the Colts go from an 8-9 team to a 10 or 11 win team, be in the playoffs. Depending on what else, we added some great parts to our defense. I think we're going to add a linebacker at some point in the draft to our defense, a linebacker or two. Also, we'll probably add a couple of defensive linemen and a couple of offensive linemen as well. I think we're set at the wide receiver position after for the last couple of years of the draft. So it'd be really interesting to see what they do going forward. All right. Niners made their pick. They went edge rusher from Georgia, Michael, as I know him, Williams. I got a buddy named Michael. He spells his name just like that.
Michael Williams.
They were like, we gotta be able to get after that super shifty Darnold,
Yeah.
Seattle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah. Talking about quarterbacks, I'm like, oh, what's doing?
Elijah Aurora out of Miami is another good tight end. This is a very tight end deep draft. So there was a point where Ballard was like, oh, tight end is a need, but we don't necessarily need to address it in the first round. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, look, Ballard, shut your mouth. If Tyler Warren and or Colson Loveland was there, and you don't pick them, I'm driving over to the Colts facility, banging on Irsay's door and demanding that you be fired. Right there. Let's see. Yeah, did Seattle sign Cooper Kupp? That was a question that Serene the Cat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, this draft is interesting.
Yeah, I saw some reports saying he was like there early, at the facility, and everyone was already like taking notice of that and stuff, and so he's apparently already being a positive, veteran influence in the locker room and that kind of stuff.
He's like from there originally, right? Or at least went to college.
So
he's from Yakima, my hometown, actually, basically.
Okay, nice.
Dallas is on the clock. The pick is in. The Dallas Cowgirls. They're probably going to pick up a cheerleader in the first round.
You don't think they're taking Sanders?
Oh, God.
There's a possibility. I hope not. But there is a possibility.
I mean, how much do they pay Dak and he never does anything?
Yeah, he's been hurt. Been hurt the last 2 years. Finishing the season injured.
Sure, that's the excuse.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that technically is the excuse.
Yeah, but it's not like he was winning any playoff games before that either, was he?
No. Dallas as a whole hasn't won any playoff games since 1995. Although, if you ask a Cowboys fan, you think they won it last year.
Of course, they're the most insufferable NFL fans, I would say.
Yes, very much so. But the pick is in for the Cowboys.
This seems like this is a reach according to PFF, but
Tyler Booker, offensive guard, Bama. I would say so.
He was like the 40th ranked prospect on PFF.
Yeah, that was a. But
is it Jared?
Dallas Cowgirls doing Dallas Cowgirls.
Dallas Cowgirls.
He retire this year, so they just
Any needs to worry about Miami? No, I don't think we need to worry about Miami, Tobias. I think Miami has other needs outside of tight end. They got that one good tight end. What's that kid's name from last year? I ended up picking him up in one of my fantasy leagues.
Oh, the guy that no one expected to be good.
The tight end for Miami?
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Smith, yeah.
Jonnu. Yeah.
All right. So speaking of Miami, Miami is on the clock. Miami is on the clock.
Doing fantasy definitely keeps you like more up to date on everything that's going on.
Oh yeah.
I might try and find a league this year. I don't know.
How do you guys like the ticker at the bottom? Does that help? I know the little screen at the top is a little smaller, so this helps without having to strain your eyes. I wonder if this one guy, Aaron Abdo, is going to get drafted. Yeah, he's going to be He's going to be extra Mr. Irrelevant.
I think Pittsburgh's going to draft Simula in the first round.
You hope you get Milroy. No, don't. You don't want that, Tobias. You don't want Milroy.
In the first round?
D-line or quarterback here?
His stock go up a lot.
I like display at the bottom. Yeah, display at the bottom is nice.
I was a very middling B team quarterback and middle linebacker in like 8th grade. It was fun.
It was All-American scout team in college. So yeah.
I don't like how Gazelle is or whatever his name is hugging Tyler Booker. I'm watching on ESPN. He hugging him a little too long. I don't know if he's whispering something in his ear or something. Oh, Donald, is the quarterback for Alabama coming out? Is he in the draft?
Yes, he is. Milroy.
Yeah, he's in the green room.
Oh my goodness, man!
I think
that's a steal.
I think he's going to be late second, early third.
I think it's going to go.
Milroy reminds you of Hurts.
For sure.
Nah.
He's got
that's the comp he gets.
Physical talents. He just needs refining for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Shane, he must have much accuracy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
He is a better runner than a thrower at this point right now. Yeah. He makes good throws, but it's not consistent enough.
I saw a good breakdown of how you could use him as kind of a Taysom Hill kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, people are saying if you draft him to be a QB and he doesn't work out as a quarterback, he's rated as the 3rd best runner out of all the players in this draft class. So he's still usable if he's not a good quarterback.
And then you're just stuck doing gadget kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still like him.
I think if you there's something to be said for definitely taking just the most athletic person you can at wherever your spot comes up and using them in some way. But I feel like that I've never seen that turn into a overall sustained success. There's some good times to use some gadget stuff and do some interesting stuff every once in a while, game 2 here or there. But overall, it never seems to work out that well.
Yeah, that's the quarterback right now. If you're looking at the NFL stream, he's the runner right there.
Yeah.
Always looking to finish guys.
All right, Miami's still on the clock.
I'm actually more excited for the Seahawks for day 2, just since we have a couple picks.
I remember Hurts was being drafted. I wanted him that year. We waited and drafted Ian Book. Yeah, Hurts was definitely a better prospect. Definitely a better prospect. Okay. Pick is in for Miami. We're just waiting to see who it is.
Hey, and Toxic Gamer, you guys lost the big receiver, right? He got on a free agency. He signed with somebody.
He came to Pittsburgh, yeah.
Oh wow!
But we did get a pick for him because we did trade him. Not
hey, what up, Jay Will?
But that I'm not too. I mean, as much as I liked watching him play, and he was fun and everything, he was also good for 15 yards penalty against every NFC West team and everything. There's certain things about him where I'm go get your money in Pittsburgh. That's fine, but I'm not gonna cry about that one too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Who y'all got at wide out though? Y'all got Smith, and
JSN.
That's it. JSN. Okay.
JSN's our number 1, and he's he's legit number 1. I do think so. They have him, and then Cooper Kupp they signed. Stopgap kind of, but that's going to be all sorts of stuff underneath and in the middle. And then they picked up Valdez Scantling, and he can still run pretty fast, so he can still take him up the field and get stuff clear underneath, or at least that's the hope,
Gotcha. Hey, James.
What happened to
hold on 1 second,
16,
Jackson. Hold on 1 second, Jackson.
All right.
James. Who are you surprised you dropped this low? Who are you surprised about?
Still haven't heard Jalen Walker, Walter Nolan, or Johnny Barron yet.
Okay, so Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry. I'd seen that question. I didn't know what he was talking about. I'm working. The video will be coming out. Okay, Jason. When have you not been working? Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
All good.
No, just a commercial break. I'm waiting for this stupid.
Oh, that's why. That's why the pick hasn't shown up yet. Oh, you're surprised Shedeur dropped this low? I'm not.
Oh yeah, no, this is.
Yeah, if you've been paying attention to the talk, what's been going on over the last 3 weeks or so, they were thinking Shedeur may be the earliest to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's
now.
I mean,
the pick for Tyler Booker to the Cowgirls, that was, yeah, I don't know what that was about. We're working man over here, yeah.
You know,
Go ahead.
You said Dak's been injured, so they're just trying to keep him from getting injured, right?
Oh, yeah. Zach Martin did retire, so this is just their replacement for him.
Yeah, I'm looking at a replacement.
I would not be surprised though to see the Seahawks do something like just pick some kind of defensive player that people don't expect or something, and I'd be fine with that. I do like that Eamon kid. I don't know if I like him in the first round, but I do like him.
Okay, waiting on the Dolphins pick to come in. It's in, but I think they're at commercial break, right?
It just ended on NFL Network, so
I was not listening because it was nothing but slander. I mean, I get it, but honestly, you kind of have to listen. All right, pick is in. We got Kenneth Grant, defensive tackle, Michigan, going to the Dolphins.
Okay.
All right, so this lines up Tyler Warren at 14 for the Colts.
Boo.
Should be running that pick up.
All right, here we are. Indy's on the clock. I swear to God, if this isn't Tyler Warren.
Printing with a piece of paper that says Tyler Warren to that podium right now.
If this isn't Tyler Warren, I'm going to be absolutely nuts. Here we are. Pick is in.
Please don't get mad, Dom.
Pick is in. Pick is in. Colts know who they wanted immediately. Yeah, because it's Tyler Warren. Tight end, Penn State.
What do we got? The suspense is killing me.
Yeah, no, right? Like, come on. I'm only in suspense. He did that with a couple of draft picks. Kenneth Grant. Yeah, Kenneth Grant. Pick is in. Let's go. Come on, so I can either smash everything, cut the stream off right now, or jump up and down with excitement. Pick is in.
What if they don't take him? What if he slides and the Seahawks can take him?
Freaking God. Shut up, Abdo.
You guys have Noah Fant. You don't need another tight end. You're good.
Who the Colts get, Don? I'm waiting
to hear.
They took him.
Who is that lineman that Miami took?
Defensive tackle, Kenneth Grant.
Oh, okay. I can't wait for football season, man. I want the summer to go so fast.
I love it.
Yeah!
Me too.
Woo! Let's go!
Oh,
Let's go! Let's go, Warren! Let's go! Yeah! Let's go, Tyler Warren!
Well, I hope he works out for you.
I hope so too.
Yeah, if he be a bust. We always got Allie Cox.
Bruh, he got to be better than Mo Alley Cox. Got to be better than Mo Alley Cox.
Tyler Warren, he's pretty good, man.
That's national champion Kenneth Grant to y'all.
I'm surprised you didn't want the Notre Dame guy.
He's in the draft. He's probably gonna go day 2. He'll be a day 2 guy. We could use another tight end.
Well, Tyler's like, I got to move to Indianapolis. I'm probably gonna move to Carmel.
Of course, that's where they all move to, right?
Right.
Carmel, Fishers, Noblesville, Brownsburg.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, they move up that. I think they move up your way too.
Oh yeah.
But who throwing him the ball?
Dallas Clark?
Huh?
Is he Dallas Clark?
That's what I'm saying. He gives me Dallas Clark vibes. Dallas Clark vibes. Okay, so Atlanta is on the board. Atlanta last year made the very surprising pick of picking up Michael Penix Jr. When we all thought, well, not all of us, about half thought it was a great pick and half thought it was a crazy pick. Turns out they were right. They needed to take Michael Penix Jr.
Signing was done.
Jody,
Such a weird.
that's a
sequence of
great
events.
pick
Like,
for
why,
us.
why
Now,
you give Kirk Cousins all that money and then pick Penix is so weird.
it is.
Donald.
Yes.
Tyler Ward could play quarterback too, bro.
Yeah, no. He's gonna play tight end, bro. We're not even doing, bro. What are we doing?
At the same time.
They put him in all kind of packages. I don't know.
Tyler Warren was uncoverable in
you-
the Penn State game I watched last year. He
Understand
was.
Understand that, Donald, but you got to look at your head coach who come from gimmick Philadelphia. He's a gimmick guy. He loves gimmick players.
I get that. I mean, he might throw the ball. Hold on one second, guys.
He has 45. He has 45 snaps from quarterback, 150 from running back, 165 from the slot. From the split wide, then 545 from the slot, 1,119 from tight end. He play all over the place. Real live Taysom Hill.
What are they taking?
I think they're gonna go Mike Green.
All right, on the clock, waiting on Atlanta now. So let's go through the first
Another person
14
for Richardson
picks.
to overthrow too.
Shut up, Jody. We got Cam Ward, number 1 in Tennessee. We had a trade at number 2 where Jacksonville hopped up to number 2. Cleveland moved back to number 5. Where Jacksonville took Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter to the Giants, Will Campbell to the Patriots, Mason Graham off that trade to Cleveland, Ashton Genty to the Raiders, Amon Mimbu to the Jets, Tata Taroa McMillan, I think I said that name right, to the Panthers, Kelvin Banks to the Saints, Colston Loveland to the Bears, Michael Williams to the Niners, Tyler Booker to the Cowgirls, Kenneth Grant to the Dolphins, and Tyler Warren to the Colts. I'm super excited about that. Super excited about that. So now if Miami could trade back up for Will Johnson, I don't see a need to trade back into the first round unless it's a player you really feel like is going to transfer.
If you want Will Johnson, you're gonna have to.
You think so?
He's arguably the top cornerback. He's just he's dealing with foot injury right now, so he's slid a little bit, but he's still the
Got you.
talent.
Got you. We are.
I'm ready for a jihad, personally.
You ready for a jihad? Right for this, Jay. I don't got hairs yet, but at this place, I'm finna grow a few. Atlanta is confused. They are confused. Always. It feels like.
Like, yeah, what do they not know what they're doing? Oh, wait, no, they don't know what they're doing. in general. Speaking of, Zoe does not know what I'm doing. She's like, why are you
talking to people? Where are the treats? Right, exactly. You're at your computer. You're talking to people that I can't see.
She's like,
where are these treats
looking at me like, what the hell?
All right, so let's go over the schedule for the rest of the week. And I'll be back tomorrow with some Final Fantasy. And then Saturday, I don't think we got anything to do. If we don't have anything to do, then me and the wife will be back playing Split Fiction. And then Sunday, I should be back on God of War. I know I've missed the last couple of weeks because of Easter, and then family things came up the week before that. But should be back on God of War on Sunday. Then I'll be streaming on Tuesday, and then I am gone for the rest of the week. I'll be in Houston. So if you're in the Houston area, hit me up. Maybe I'll set something up on Friday evening to come hang out for a little while. But yeah, I should be in Houston by Friday.
What are you doing in Houston?
My buddy's having a cookout, and then I'm going to go see my old college campus that I haven't seen in 30 years. Ready for what do you mean ready for what, Mike Middleton? Yeah, so it should be a good time. All right, so Atlanta's
ready for some football, a Monday night party.
Atlanta's pick is in. Would you say get ready for some football? No.
So is that what Mike was talking about?
I don't know. Ready for what? I don't know. Did I hear ready for a jihad? Yeah, that's exactly what he said, Mike Middleton. Ready for a jihad.
Oh yes, yeah.
Marvel Contest of Champions stream win GD in 2023. 2023. Early 2024 is best I can give you.
I'm right there with you. I'm definitely not streaming Marvel Contest of Champions tonight.
AB, yes, we did get our guy. We did get Tyler Warren. I was pretty excited about that. Hey guys, guess what? My stream isn't going to get taken down this year. There's no copyright at all going on.
That is
like
plus.
last year.
That's plus.
Last year, I streamed the entire NFL draft to the 32nd pick. Right as the 32nd pick was geared to get called, they cut my stream.
I remember. Yeah. I'm always a little nervous with like certain things. Just like the only time I've had mine taken down was the reviewing Mandalorian, and I like let too much of the video play or something, and you don't mess with the mouse. They were on me quick.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta be careful. Let's see. Fun fact: even after GD stopped streaming Marvel Contest of Champions, I 100% honestly have not pulled a Doom. I keep telling you, Mike, I had nothing to do with you and your Dooms.
That fun? It doesn't seem that fun.
All right. So we've had one quarterback.
Atlanta?
Yeah, pick is in. We're waiting on the NFL to come back from whatever they're doing. There it is.
Yeah, less than a minute left. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Jalen Walker, linebacker, Georgia.
Okay, that makes sense.
They need help on the defensive side of the ball, for sure.
Yep. Okay, well, that's, a little bit of a bummer for Seahawks fans who own a Kenneth Walker jersey and can now not just tape out the number for Jalen Walker. So. Shame, you know.
All right, Arizona now on the board or on the clock. On the clock.
What do they need besides a taller quarterback?
That is so mean. Let's see. Let's pull up. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Arizona needs a wide receiver, a defensive tackle, and a guard. Now, I can see them not going wide receiver first round since they got Harrison Jr. last year. And they could go like second.
Okay, too.
Yeah, you can go second or third round and get you a decent wide receiver. I think it might behoove them to find a way to protect Kyler Murray. Maybe
I would think so. Yeah, because
go offensive line.
Their offensive line got crushed at certain parts of the season for sure.
Yeah, and we've had a few offensive linemen taken off the board, but you could be seeing picks like Kelvin Banks from Texas. You could also be looking at Tyler Booker, which he's gone already. I'm sorry, never mind. Tyler Booker's already gone. Gray Zabel from North Dakota State.
I think he's going to be a late round guy.
Josh Simmons from Ohio State. So those are some of the top offensive linemen out there. So with that being said, they could also look at the defensive side and shore up their defensive tackle position. Get somebody to kind of get in there and mess up the flow.
Some Mike Green action.
All right. But they are on the clock. They have not submitted the pick yet. Zona going to running back? You think so, Tobias? Who do they have? They got Connor, and
that's it.
Is that it? Okay, there you go. So running back could be what they go.
Really matters.
Yeah.
Mike Green or Shamar Stewart. Get him a good defensive lineman.
Mike Green had the better stats, but Shamar Stewart had more pressures.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second, guys. I need to do something here real quick.
Sounds very nondescript. I just need to do something real quick. You don't need to worry about what it is.
That's right. It's none of y'all concerned. All right, pick is in for Arizona. I actually made that myself. I was trying to find a good NFL one. I found the sound, never quite found the picture to go with it, so I made the pick is in myself. I kind of wanted something that was going to flash.
It's been noticeable.
It looks like we lost my boy LJ. I didn't realize he had hopped off.
Yeah. Yeah, he hopped off.
Well, we were going to be going to the end of the first round, so more than welcome for everybody to hang out till then.
It's going to be a 28-hour stream. We're going to stream right on through.
We're going to stream all 7 rounds. We're not going to go off stream at all. Why the NFL draft is not going on? You're just going to watch me sleep in this chair. That'd be terrible.
No, yeah, I will be hopping off after the Seahawks. So
yeah, I kind of figured you'd be on through the Seahawks. You gotta get ready for your.
Finish up my Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic finale.
Darth Abdo action.
And it's Kel Moobstar.
I can't figure out why it's doing that on my thing.
Doing what?
So it is on my little ticker at the bottom. It cuts off after a certain point. I don't know why it's doing that.
I didn't notice.
Maybe the name. Maybe the. Let me start taking out. Let me do this. Let me take out the state. Okay, Arizona made their pick. Walter Nolan, defensive tackle, Ole Miss.
Okay.
Here we go.
Interesting.
So you take out some of these spaces, some of the stuff I got going on.
All right, I'm ready for my Seahawks to reach, probably to overreach.
I got one more pick before then.
Yeah, you got one more pick before them.
We'll see. We'll see. What are we doing in Cincinnati? Just continuing to like have no defense whatsoever?
I think they're going to go defensive player because they didn't re-sign their Tyler. What's his name?
Wait,
they couldn't re-sign anybody because they gave their receivers all the money.
Yeah, they paid the receivers and their quarterback
is also
35% of the cap, right?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think they're going to draft an edge here.
Same chances I was just mentioning, kind of. I know, Zoe. Hang tight. We're almost there.
All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Bengals are still on the clock.
The bungholes are still on the clock.
Hey, that's my technically hometown city team. How dare you speak of them?
I will make fun of the Bengals till the day I die.
See.
That's right. I was born in Cincinnati, but I do not claim the Bengals.
Well, the AFC North is just three different versions of the Browns versus the Steelers. You know.
Somewhat. Well, I mean, yeah. Versus the Lamar Jacksons.
Versus the Steelers, yeah. So the Browns were there, and then Paul Brown founded the Bengals. I forget when.
All right, looks like the pick is now in.
Art Modell sold his soul to Satan to move the Browns to Baltimore. So. Yeah.
What do we got?
Still a commercial break.
They had commercial break, so yeah, they'll hold on to that pick for a little bit.
Ah, these sons.
Hey, they got to make their money, Abdo. You know how it is.
Sons of
oh no, never mind. Abdo doesn't run ads. That's right.
They're hurting for her money. Yeah. I stopped like on YouTube as much as I could, and it is like about $100 less a month. So, but yeah, whatever. I will follow my.
You gotta
follow my example, Mr. Tom Grossi, who's decided to go. You know, he's never has any ads on the channel, and well, he's only probably got, I don't know, 18,000 more people watching his draft broadcast than we do. So I feel like he must be doing something right, you know.
It's okay.
Twitch is all the way turned down. I did fix like they had this weird thing where like they had my address incorrect, so they wouldn't do the payout they were supposed to.
Yeah, you tell me about that. You're saying, did you get it fixed?
Yeah, they wouldn't let me fix it, and I just had to redo the whole onboarding process again. So just when you do it, make sure you get everything exactly correct, otherwise it's a pain.
Will do. Hopefully that fixes it jumping the way it was.
Bengals pick is in.
Let's see. I haven't picked anybody yet. Sorry, I'm fixing the ticker on the bottom of my stream. So I don't think we need the cities, right? I think most of us know where these teams are.
Mostly.
Take out some of the space. Maybe it'll make my ticker look a little bit better. Stop it from Okay. All right, Bengals. Let's do it. You in the NFL.
Yeah, let's get to it. Seahawks should be on the clock. Damn it.
Okay, I think that fixed it. I think it was only getting like 14 picks in and then cutting off because it was so much lettering on there. I think I might have maxed out the lettering.
Come on, Jihad.
Well, this is what happens when you have the draft show. You got to fill it in with talking questions and things like that. If this thing can grow and be a bigger thing next year, we'll have some. Hopefully, be able to get some different guests on. And all right, selection.
You got a problem with the guest you got on today? Okay, fine.
I know. I love the guests I have on today. I love the guests I have on today. Shamar
Stewart in the background.
Shamar Stewart from A&M.
Shamar Stewart. Okay.
Yeah, edge rusher.
That was who I was saying for potentially for the Cardinals. So seems like other teams had him highly too.
That poor child, a Bengals fan.
Says the guy from Cleveland. Oh, let's see. Shamar went way earlier than predicted. Yeah. He definitely was much earlier. All right, so Abdo, your Hawks are on the board with everything that has transpired. How are we feeling? Now you have a clearer picture.
Let's trade back.
Trade back, get some picks.
Yeah, that means you gotta stay here longer.
Yeah. Let's trade back and let's trade the let's trade the Giants or something, and they can have Sanders. I don't know.
They're just saying they like the second round picks more than the first round picks sometimes.
So you took our offensive line, right? You got to give Sam Statue Arnold some.
Yeah, the thing is that like most of our offensive line are pretty young, so they might have like some confidence that they're going to develop, and kind of gamble that way. But I'm not sure. It's that we just have a history of like they just absolutely don't value offensive linemen. Like John Schneider, our GM, just never does. So.
All right. Well, let's see what Seattle's. They haven't made the pick yet. Maybe they're making the call.
They probably have like a lot of different options they weren't expecting to have here.
Yeah.
That could be it, yeah.
All right. Tobias says the pick is in. It's not showing for me yet. I try to keep it as honest to the NFL, ESP, NFL thing here, but, obviously I'm not watching it on TV. Even though I was watching on TV, I'd be watching it on some streaming service. So it'd be delayed there, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's in. Okay, I'll go ahead and give the chime because my trusted friend Tobias J said it's in. There it is. It shows it's in now too, on my side. Now, who is it? Is the question. Who is Abdul going to be excited like I was for Tyler Warren, or is he going to be sad like all the Cowboys fans?
I'm thinking.
You like that pick for the Bengals, Jabari? Yeah, I think that was a good one too. I don't think they need to go first 3 rounds. They probably don't need to go on the offensive side of the ball. I'll be honest with you, unless it's a lineman.
I think we take a defensive player here or something.
Think you go defense?
Unexpected.
Okay.
The most Seahawks thing to do.
Yeah, it just makes sense.
Okay. In a particular position, you think there's a bigger need than another for your defensive player?
No, I mean, I think they just probably take whoever they think is the highest pick, like who the best, overall player, which could be Johnson or something.
Well, come on. Pick is in. Who is it?
Yeah.
Who?
We got a Jihad. We got a Johnson. What do we got?
Might have a Johnson. Be another Michigan man. Or you can get an edge rusher, the guy from Tennessee.
God, nerve-wracking.
Nope. It is Gray Zabel. Offensive guard.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Oh my God, they took a lineman. That's I can't. I'm kind of stunned.
I said it. They got to protect Sammy Slammy Pocket Darnold.
He's a little more slippery than you expect, but oh my God,
Yeah.
That's wow. That's okay. All right, I'm happy with that. I mean, at least this way, if it doesn't work out, like the fans can shut up for once about him not taking offensive linemen. So.
Yep, a guard, Tobias. A guard, right.
All
right, Abdo. Well, I know you said you had to skedaddle after the Seattle pick. There you go.
Yeah.
How do you real quick before you leave? How do you feel overall about that pick?
I like it. He was one that was projected to be, in that range of 18 and stuff.
Yeah.
That we were projected to maybe be able to get. And while I like, I expected them to do Seahawks things. I mean, like going against the norm for once and actually picking an offensive lineman when we damn well need offensive linemen is like, okay, well, shit. Oh, well, I'm very surprised. Let's go for it. Let's give it a try.
There you go.
Yeah, so I'll definitely take it. Yeah, I would stick around, but yeah, I'm gonna be streaming here in a little bit too.
Yeah, no problem.
So have fun. Thanks for having me on, and congratulations on your tight end. I'm very excited on that.
Yes.
And, I'll talk to you sometime soon. Okay.
We were excited about the tight end. We'll talk to you later, man. Have a good night.
All right, have a good one.
Bye-bye, Abdo.
Two picks before Pittsburgh. Do we see a trade? Let's see. That's a very good question.
Looking to trade. I don't know if they will anymore though.
I
think they wanted to move up.
You think they wanted to move up?
Yeah.
Denver? Well, they're not going to trade then.
Yeah.
And we didn't really talk about Tampa Bay and what their needs were. But let's pull it up real quick. What are the needs?
They're gonna take Malachi Starks, I think.
So you need edge rusher, corner, or linebacker. So they're looking for somebody on the defensive snap off. Someone that's trying to snipe Sanders, probably. Someone could jump up to Tampa Bay's spot in a trade and get Sanders. Somebody like the Cleveland Browns. Trade their second round pick, their 2 second round picks. and move into the first round, right? They got, what, the 36th and 38th? Or 33 and 36, 38, something like that? Yeah. So I'd package those two up and jump back into the first round for Sanders. If you think that you can't get him at 33.
It's either going to be Sanders or it could be Milrow. Either trading up into the end of the first round to get that fifth-year option or getting him at 33.
Yeah, I just don't see somebody trading in to get Milrow. Like, I don't evaluate him high enough. I think he's going to be a third-round guy. I could be wrong.
Oh, he's going to be top 40.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. He could go in round 2. I personally, if I was a GM, I wouldn't draft him before the third round. All right, so the pick is in. So they're not trading. The question is, who is the pick?
We'll find out after we hear about Designer Shoe Warehouse on NFL Network.
Well, thank you guys for hanging out in the draft party tonight. I got Shane Ramsey on the phone, on the Discord line with me. Earlier you heard my best friend for 30 plus years, LJ. Also, Abdo came in from Seattle. We were all supposed to have 2 James in, but he has been sick with COVID, and his voice was bothering him. That's why he was only been in the chat. So thank you very much for being in the chat with us, 2 James, and providing any insights you wanted to there. And one other person was supposed to join, but they had something come up. So, but yeah, I'm here to the end. I don't know how long Shane's going to hang out, but I'll be here to the end. So more than welcome to hang out the rest of the night with me. Or his picture sold on Dart. You know what? Do they have Kenny Pickett fears? Wouldn't Kenny Pickett somebody they traded back into the first round or got out of the first round?
No, it was around the same pick.
Yeah.
It was like something.
So does Pittsburgh have the confidence to select a quarterback at that spot if they do? And would it be Dart over Sanders after all this time, where people have definitely been talking Sanders over Dart all the way up until recently? You started hearing little rumors that Dart might jump to the first round. Sanders is slipping. Sanders definitely slipped from early projections. I think at one point, I think the NFL free agency kind of did him in a little bit. You have the Giants, who probably could have selected him, but they end up getting Russell Wilson on a 1-year deal. You had the Jets who probably would have took him, but they paid Justin Fields. Cleveland could still come back for him. They may just be playing the game. What are you oohing over there about?
Oh, I saw who the Buccaneers picks.
Here it is. Emeka Egbuka. Did I say that right? Wide receiver.
Emeka
Egbuka.
Yeah.
Emeka Egbuka. Wide receiver. Ohio State.
I thought they were good defense. What's Rich too?
That was unforeseen because they have Mike Williams, they have Chris Goodwin, right? Goodwin.
Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Chris Godwin. Thank you. I had it halfway right the first time and halfway right the second time, but both sides were wrong. The wrong half. But yeah, that's who we got for the Bucks. No, damn it! Why? What's wrong? You didn't like that for the Bucks, or were you hoping that he would go to your team, Jabari? All right, you were hoping that he would go to Denver. There are more wide receivers in this draft. It's a very tight end receiver heavy draft this year.
Guy from Texas, Golden. He could go.
Tobias said is absolutely true. Baker has a bunch of options, a ton of them.
Man, if only the Browns had a quarterback like Baker Mayfield. Oh, that's right, he did.
Go figure. Well, you guys had the other Baker Mayfield. You had the cocky Baker Mayfield. All good, thanks, to James. How are you coming along, sir? Yes, you're right, Mutz. COVID sucks. Denver taking a running back from UNC, maybe? Very possible. Very possible. No, thank you for being a part of this. All right, so we are over halfway through the first round of the draft. Waiting on Denver with pick 20. And then pick 21 will be Pittsburgh, where we could possibly see Sanders come off the board. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button on the YouTube side. Also, we do stream on Twitch as well, and are trying to get to affiliate over there. So if you guys can help out, if you haven't been over to the Twitch side yet, come over there, say what's up for a little while, hang out for a little bit, then, whichever one you feel like is the better stream for what you are used to or prefer, then you can join either one of those two streams. All right, Shane, where do we think Denver might go? Where do we think Denver might go? Let's see.
If they're sticking,
I think they do. We see them trading back?
Hampton. They could, because this is potentially a.
Do we think that they believe that Hamlin will be there a little bit later, and they can just grab him then?
Well, this is such a running back heavy draft that they could get a running back next round.
Yeah, and that's one thing I feel about running backs. Running backs are one of those picks that are, unless you just get one of those running backs that are like a game-changing type of running back, overall, you can find a good one in the draft, burn them up for the first 4 years, redraft a new one in 4 years from now.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
Be funny with Sanders in Pittsburgh after his dad retired a Raven. Yeah, could be. Duarte says cornerback, wide receiver, or running back. We are down to a minute. Is Denver looking to trade? Is that what's happening? Very seldom do I see teams run it down this far. Very, very seldom. They are running this clock down, aren't they? Do we have a incident where the team gets skipped?
Oh, God.
Oh, no, there it is. The pick is in. They might. Emeke was the pick, and the Bucks took him. Yeah, probably. But they have other needs, Jabari. Other needs. The question is, what are those needs? What are those needs? Is Jabari going to be happy with this pick after being devastated a pick prior with the wide receiver being taken that he wanted? All right, pick is in. Tell us the pick. You already took over 10 minutes to put it in. Almost 10 minutes to put it in.
We got to wait at least 30 more seconds for this ad to finish.
Oh, okay. They're on a TV timeout.
Yeah.
Let me know the next time they take a TV timeout because I'm gonna take a TV timeout too.
Okay.
I'm gonna run in the restroom real quick.
Okay. You're back.
All right. Could they go defense? How was their defense last year? Probably after Pittsburgh. What, for the next commercial break? Yeah, more than likely. I'm good. I ain't that old yet that I can't hold it. Man, getting through the tail end of it for sure. Yeah, Shoe James, are you behind in the stream? I asked you that question like 3 minutes ago. I think you might be behind a little bit in the stream. All right, Broncos, let's go. Let's go NFL and Broncos. I meant to ask Abdo. He already said he was streaming tonight. Sorry if you guys heard that. I hit the mic by accident. Any big surprises for you so far? Okay. What about you, Chat? Any surprises?
Loveland over Warren was the biggest one.
Which one?
For sure. Loveland over Warren was.
Loveland over Warren was huge. Yeah. I was going to be happy either way, but I'm very happy they did it.
And then Booker going in the first round where he did was a little.
Tyler Booker to the boys, yeah.
Yeah, that was a little bit surprising.
All right, pick is in. We got. What is this? Oh, Jahad Barn? Is that Jahad?
Jahad Campbell.
Jahad Campbell? No, Jahad Barron from Texas, cornerback. Jabari says he'll take it.
Oh, Jahdae Barron.
Yeah. Jahdae Barron. Okay. I got to struggle with somebody's name every year. All right, that puts Pittsburgh on the clock. Here we go, guys. Is this where we could see Shedeur Sanders finally get drafted? Do we see Shedeur Sanders finally get drafted in the here as he's been waiting to get drafted in the first round and go there? They show the Steelers with defensive tackle, running back, and quarterback needs. Or do they feel like, we'll go with another quarterback in round 2 and take...
They're going to draft Simula 67, bench warmer.
From Pittsburgh.
Or they're going to select Ryan Fitzgerald, kicker out of Florida State. There we go.
Okay. Well, we are definitely now getting into the swing of the draft. This is where GMs get paid, right? Late in the first round. Your team has been pretty successful. But you need that push to make that next step. The Pittsburgh Steelers have made the playoffs every year, or have had a winning record every year since Tomlin's been there. But when they've made the playoffs, they've lost every year in the first round. So they need a player that could kind of help them get over that hump. I believe they've been in quarterback disarray since Ben Roethlisberger retired. They need somebody probably to step in and be the solidified starter in that area, right?
Yeah.
I know that hurts you. I know that hurts you to talk about.
So as soon as they get, Rodgers, whenever that's going to be.
I don't want them to have Rodgers. I want Rodgers to retire. I don't want another team.
They have Rodgers though. That's the thing.
Huh?
They want Rodgers though.
They shouldn't.
I'm pretty sure that
they shouldn't.
They do though.
But they shouldn't. There was nothing that Aaron Rodgers did in the last 3 years of his career that makes me say, you know what? Yeah. All right, I didn't see that from you, Tobias. Sorry about that. Pick is in. Pittsburgh has their pick in. What had to step out and get a drink. Okay, got you. I want Roger retired. He is a cancer. Yeah, exactly, Tobias. That's how I feel about him too. He's a cancer to the regular NFL. He's also a cancer to fantasy football. Somebody selects him thinking, you know what? He'll be all right. I think he'll do okay.
Ooh.
Oops.
I see who it is. I'll give you a hint. It's not a quarterback.
It's not a quarterback. Derek Harmon, running back or defensive tackle, Oregon. Okay.
Running back.
I said running back, but I meant defensive tackle.
He tackled some running backs, that's for sure.
Say again.
He tackled some running backs, that's for sure.
That he did. So no Shador there either. Hey, what up, Lefty? I haven't fixed the exclamation point GD treats. Exclamation point points. Exclamation point points.
Exclamation point. Steelers suck.
So do that, Lefty. What up, DTM? And right now the stuff to spend the points on isn't on anyway. Yep, and as you guys hang out the stream and or chat, you guys will earn more points. Just like on Twitch, how you get points, which, if you didn't know, I'm on Twitch, streaming on Twitch. Trying to get to affiliate. So pop over to Twitch at the link above. Say what's up over there. Hang out for a little bit, then come back. We're almost there. We're at 2.7 average. We need to be at 3. We got the Chargers on the clock. This is my son's team. Last year they went offensive tackle. 420A. Oh boy. Let's see. So
they need another pass catcher to complement Ladd McConkey.
Yeah. They need somebody else to help on that offensive side. How was it? Okay. The running backs were okay. They had one of the running backs that took a real bad hit.
Yeah. Well, so they had Dobbins.
Yeah. Dobbins and
both on 1-year deals.
Okay.
They got.
All right. Thanks, Jabari and Tobias. Great.
One-year deal.
Great. All right, guys. There's a commercial in the draft, so I am going to run and take a break myself. I will be right back.
We'll behave, I promise. So, Shador Sanders. Who's going to draft him?
Thank you guys for holding on while I take that break.
Just in time.
Whew. Maybe Rams late. Good. You thinking about talking about Sanders too, James?
It could be, yeah.
Tobias says Chargers are fielding calls. Could be. Could be. Yeah, Sanders. I don't see the Rams. Well, I guess the Rams could. At some point, Matthew Stafford has to retire, right? At some point. So you can let Sanders sit for a year or two and groom him for the future. Yeah, I'm not sure who they got as backup either. Take a look and see if I can find out. Oh, they got Jimmy G. Jimmy G is the backup.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I'm not even going to lie.
I thought Jimmy G retired.
I did too. Still a big market for him? Yeah, it could be. I mean, it's a big market for sure. All right, let's see. Well, the Chargers are pulling a Denver and letting this clock tick all the way down, aren't they?
Got a minute left.
Minute? I got 30 seconds. Yeah, they're letting this clock tick down. Come on, Harbaugh. What are you doing? 3, 2, 1. Hey, it ticked out. Oh, the pick is in. All right, the pick is in. Chargers needs. We didn't talk about that after I got back, but Chargers needs. I think they need receivers. I think they need, tight end. So they can pick up one of these tight ends, or they can wait later and pick up another tight end if there's a big time wide receiver, or they could get something to solidify that front line of theirs. They also could. If both of those running backs were on a 1 year deal, they might sign one back and they could use another running back, right? As well.
Well, they have Najee Harris on a 1 year deal right now. I think that's it.
Yeah, so if they only got one running back on a deal, then picking up Hampton from UNC might be the could be the pick. Could be the pick. Let's see what they end up doing. Let's see what they end up doing. So, do we think from here, Cleveland might just gamble and no need to jump back into the first round? Because
the only reason they would is if they want the 5th-year option, which
right. Or do they think maybe somebody like the Rams might jump up and grab them?
The Rams can grab them.
I don't see anybody else really needing them.
Right.
That's still left in the first round. So if it doesn't go to the Rams, then you might see a potential where
they'll get him tomorrow at 33. Yeah.
Any offensive line, wide receiver. I've said that too, but I think their top needs are tight end, running back, receiver. And with all the top receivers gone, I think really, Running back, Omar Hampton would fit right in there. They only have one running back on, and it's Najee Harris. And I think Najee had a decent end of the year, but he's a little older. And there it is, Omarion Hampton, running back. Crazy if Detroit took him, but they missed a lot of. Let me see. They missed a lot of defensive pieces. Yeah, they were missing a ton of defense. But Detroit's one of those teams that if they don't get hurt, if their defensive players stayed relatively healthy, I think we're talking potential that they would definitely be battling the Eagles in the conference championship game. And probably may had even beat the Eagles and possibly had won their first Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. All right, so Packers are on the clock. I think they might have a needed receiver because they what's his name didn't have a very good year last year, and he seems to keep getting hurt. I can't think of his name right now. Can't think of the kid's name. I don't know why I can't think of the name. But they do have other needs as well. Looking at defensive tackle, cornerback. I think their defense was a little bit lackluster, so they may go that side of the ball. They might pick up an edge rusher. They might pick up a defensive tackle or a cornerback of some sort and go that route. Dubas? No. Is it Christian? Wasn't he hurt like most of the year last year? Christian, what is it? Christian Watkins? Is that his name?
Christian Watson.
Huh?
Christian Watson.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right?
Yeah. So he was.
Yeah, Christian Watson. I think he missed like half the season last year. Green Bay is on the clock. Yeah, Watson. Yeah, he missed like half the year last year. They need another cornerback to pair with Alexander. Yeah. They could that could be what we see coming. So there we go. So what else do we got to talk about? Honestly, surprise-wise, nothing really since Dallas, right? As far as picks, I think we're pretty much filling some needs in this back half of the first round. Be interested to see how a lot of these guys pan out. It's, if we go back and look at last year's first round draft class, let me see if I can pull that up for myself. 2024 first round. So we had Caleb Williams last year. Hunter to the Jags was a surprise for you. Hunter to the Jags is only a surprise because Cleveland traded out of number 2.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I was surprised. Once they jumped into number 2, it's pretty much, Travis Hunter, and who else could they really be looking at? Why else pay a ransom for the second pick?
Yeah.
So Jaden Daniels was the best of the 3 quarterbacks that were taken in the first 3 picks last year, for sure. Drake May, I don't think, did he even see the field?
At some point he did.
Did he?
You saw a lot of the ground. So.
Got you. Let's see, we got Malik Neighbors was definitely a standout last year. Michael Penix Jr. was a surprise pick in the first round last year. That did finally end up starting towards the end of the year. J.J. McCarthy, be interested to see what he does. He was hurt before the season started. So he'll be his first full season. He's basically doing his rookie season all over again.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers is a nice addition to the Raiders' offensive package. I think with Geno Smith there, I think you'll find it a little bit more ease. Latu for the Colts. I only really bring it up because I'm a Colts fan. And it's funny, we picked 14th this year, we picked 15th last year. We got to figure out, hopefully with our picks that we make this year, along with bringing in this quote-unquote competition, I think if they really honestly wanted a real competition, they needed to bring in somebody like Justin Fields, but whatever. I don't see Danny Dimes overtaking. If he did, it's not an upgrade. You know what I mean? He barely beat him out. It was maybe Anthony had a setback of injury or something like that. Let's see who else had a big impact last year from the first round drafts. Brian Thompson Jr. for Jacksonville. Although Jacksonville didn't have a great year, Brian Thompson Jr. definitely stood out last year.
Mm-hmm.
Golden to Green Bay. Is that what you think, Tobias? Or is that what you already know? I still see the clock. So, let's see. Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. That was huge. Early. It was huge early. Later on, teams kind of just figured out, well, we just need to keep somebody over the top. keep Xavier Worthy from just being able to blast by everybody. But he still had a decent year last year as a rookie. Ricky Parcell had a decent year after getting shot. Which is kind of wild. He got shot on a robbery. All right. Oh, pick is in for Green Bay. Question is, who is it? Question is, who will it be? Who will it be? Next year, I'm going to get a team together so they can pull stats and stuff for me. All right, thank you guys, everybody, that's been here hanging out. I appreciate it. Means everything to me when I'm doing streams like this that are a little out of my ordinary. Would love to see everybody more often. Don't forget, I do stream. I try to stream every Monday, every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays when available, and Sunday nights. And I try to do different games. So Final Fantasy is the main game I'm playing currently just because I'm pushing through the story. So I do those on Wednesday and Friday nights. And then football Thursdays will still be a thing. I'm going to try to make that more of a thing. I probably wait till 26 before I start trying to play people again. And then on college. And then Saturdays currently, when we have time, the wife and I play this co-op game called Split Fiction. If you haven't had the opportunities yet, I've put out several shorts for it. Go check them out. It's been a pretty fun game. Most of the shorts I put out are part of the co-op or part of the story of the game. But if you want to see the action, come by the streams. I think last week we did a 4-hour stream on that game, so it was a lot of fun. And then Sundays, after the shooting, I was glad Parcells got on the field. Niners are going to need him to step up to get. Yeah, they are. Debo's gone. CMC, like I said, is a year older. I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up a running back with their second round pick to kind of help Christian McCaffrey out. kind of go forward from there. But yeah, and then God of War on Sundays. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm doing God of War because it was free and because I told you guys I would. But honestly, I do not like the game. I know a lot of people love it. Don't hate me. But I am not enjoying it. Which is why it's hard. It's easy for me to say, yeah, I'm not going to stream this today.
Holy shit.
Uh-oh.
Packers have taken wide receiver in the first round.
Oh, there we go. I'm just waiting to see it. And DTM first time chatter on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Matthew Golden. Good call, Tobias J. There we are. There we are. Matthew Golden, wide receiver from Texas. That you did call it, Tobias.
Wonder how Aaron Rodgers feels right now.
You wonder how who?
Aaron Rodgers feels.
I don't think he cares.
Oh, you give the wide receiver to Jordan Love.
All right, we got the Vikings on the clock. Vikings are now on the clock. Vikings, we haven't talked much about. They started off hot last year. There we go. Yeah, they started off hot last year, and then towards the end of the year, you can start seeing them fizzle a little bit. They now have J.J. McCarthy basically back from injury, so let's see how that goes for him. Where we got as far as their needs? Cornerback, defensive tackle, and center. So, yeah, they definitely give you some help on the offensive line. And you want a good center to kind of help solidify this area for your running back or for your rookie quarterback. And I call him a rookie just because he didn't play any last year, really, right? So the pick is now in. So let's see where they go. They need more weapons on offense. I thought offensively they weren't bad. I think they need more up front. I think they needed more. I think they're offensively wise. I think they were okay. I think if you're looking at their offense, I think a lot of the problems that they had offensively might have been up front. Just saying. A lot of things can be solved with a really decent, really good offensive line. You can hide a whole lot more. All right, so we are wrapping up the first round here. With Minnesota being the 24th picks. Once Jettis got out of the equation, there was nobody else. You mean Jefferson? When he got hurt last year? Is that last year he was hurt? And again, this is a deep wide receiver draft, so you don't have to. You can take a wide receiver here if you want, but you can also get a good wide receiver in the later rounds as well.
Running back too, just because Aaron Jones,
yeah,
22 years old.
Yeah, could go running back. He had a pretty productive year, but by the time for running backs is a lot sooner than most other positions.
Yeah.
Although, Derrick Henry is, 30 now, right? 30, 31, going to be 31 by the time the season hits. And he had one of his best seasons last year. he's a little different breed. All right, so waiting on them to tell us the pick for Minnesota. Will it be an offensive weapon? They sold him down a bit. Reason... Slow him down a bit. Reason Chase took that title from him? Probably. All right. Let's see. Who is left on the big board? Here he is, the LeBron of the NFL. Yeah, the way he takes care of his body is absolutely crazy. You got Luther Burden from Missouri, wide receiver. That's really it, like the top 35.
Ooh, Giants traded up.
Oh, the Giants are back in it. Did the Giants just trade back in?
Oh, so they're picking after the Vikings.
Giants are trading back into the first round. That's what Adam Schefter just said.
So yeah, they traded with the Rams.
Oh. Okay, Donovan Jackson, Ohio State, offensive guard. Okay.
It's a good pick.
Offensive guard. Okay. I'll make sure. Okay. All right. That puts New York now on the clock. So they jumped in front of the Rams.
So Texans get.
Yeah, the Texans. Okay. So if you want to talk about what the trade was.
Oh yeah, so Titans, Giants are picking now. Texans got $34.99 and a third rounder next year.
Would be crazy to see Sawyer and Garrett on the same team. Could be. What the heck? Oh. So is this where Shedeur gets picked? Why did they trade back in?
They did have a private workout with him like a week ago or something like that. So
Texans get $34.99 and a 2026 third round. Okay. Shedeur in New York. Could be. So so we think Shedeur to sit behind Russell Wilson?
It's gotta be, yeah.
Do you know that pick was the 6th offensive lineman taken in this round? 6 offensive linemen. We're only going to have we got one, possibly a second quarterback. We've had 1, 2, 3 edge rushers, 2 running backs, a couple wide receivers, 2 tight ends. You think Shedeur or Dart? Really? No.
Could be one of those two, yeah.
I don't know about Dart. Shedeur, I'm okay with saying yeah.
If it's not Shedeur, the only other person it could be, I think, is Dart.
Why people forget Winston there? What do you mean?
Talk
about Jameis Winston? Because it's Jameis Winston, bro. Only thing Jameis Winston's good for is good comedy. Good sound bites.
Hey, he beat the Steelers nearly single-handedly last year. So
good sound bites. All right, we're just waiting on that. So their pick is in for the Giants. Yeah, it's in. Winston is trash and only good for preacher talk. All right. Right, Jabari. Good for sound bites. Great for sound bites. Oh, man. Davis is my favorite person in the NFL. I mean, yes, person in the NFL. No one does better sound bites than Jameis Winston, right? So, how long does New York get? So they traded. Shouldn't we be like moving this along now?
you would think so.
He might not be the most talented. His heart is so pure. I get that, Tobias. The thing about him, Jameis had the talent. He just didn't hone it. He didn't make it NFL. He made a lot of bad decisions. He had the arm talent. He trusted his arm more than he should.
Yeah.
If he could have found a way, okay, still doing it. God dang it, my little ticker, poor little ticker. He could only take so many names. All right, I'm done. I'm done with the ticker. I should have had two. I should have had the first half at the top and the second half at the bottom. Lessons learned for next year. Hold on. We have another trade. Falcons are moving back into the first round to the Rams spot at 26. So the Rams must have an idea that Shedeur or whoever they were thinking they were going to pick is going to be snagged up and decided won't stack picks and go from there. So there's that news. He's good for fantasy, so I always got his back. Fantasy's cool unless he's playing on your team. He also killed me. So let me tell you about the Jameis Winston thing that he did this year. I picked up Jameis Winston because my quarterback got hurt. He threw 5. I was up big. Select Jackson Dart. Wow. Dart over Sanders.
Yep.
One too many caps. One too many caps, Jabari. Sorry, man. Or one too many emotes. All right, so that puts the Falcons on the clock. That's wild. So Cleveland may mess around, not move back into the first round, and still get their quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
How do we feel as a group about that pick? Jackson Dart to the Giants over Shedeur.
He's had an unreal rise since the end of the football season.
Nightbot is mean, man.
It's really weird. Just how
The Winston experience, the Winston experience. It's sending a message. No one is bigger than the NFL. Okay. I don't know if that's the message they're sending. There were talks, like I said, for the last, I don't know, maybe 2-3 weeks, of Dart really moving up the board.
Yeah.
Now, what this will do, this could go one or two ways for Sanders. He could talk about it and be mad and pout about it because he's losing a lot of money by not going in the first round, right? He definitely lost a lot of money not going top 10. You lose a lot more money not going in the first round. The second round paycheck is a lot smaller than the first round one. You thought New York was in for the Manning sweepstakes? I mean, they picked up Jackson Dart. They still might be in for the Manning sweepstakes. Pow.
Yeah, which meaning?
Also, I mean, the Colts did take Danny Dimes to push AR, so we might be in the Manning sweepstakes too. It's going back to that slander. Too many scouts bashing him about the ego and all that. I mean, it could be. It could be, too, James. Falcons pick is in. I personally also missing out on the 5th year. Yeah, missing on that 5th year option as well. Yep. What are the things in Sanders' game? Oh, what I was saying was Sanders. His arm is decent. His arm is decent. He's not mobile. He's not as mobile as you think he would be. He's definitely going to hang out in the pocket and kind of throw it. Depending on your team, that may or may not fit your scheme as well. He ran like a 4.8 40, if I'm not mistaken, right? It's not slow, but it's not very fast.
Most mobile.
But I was saying Shedeur could take this one of two ways. He could pout about it and be upset about it, or he could take this as a chip, put the chip on your shoulder, and go out there and perform. And use this as a launching pad, like sort of. I know Randy Moss still went first round, but he listed every team that did not select him and swore that he was going to have the best games against those teams.
Yeah.
And he made the Cowboys pay every single year he played them. Every year he played them.
Alternatively, you could be Josh Rosen and say, there was 10 mistakes you made ahead of me.
Okay, with a pocket passing move a little bit. Yeah, I get you too, James. I'm okay with it too. Let's see. Detroit is the next trade option. The Lamar chip. Yeah, the Lamar Jackson chip. Exactly. Let's see. Detroit could be a trading partner as long as they're not trading too far back, right? But
the last like 3 picks.
Honestly, I mean, let's be honest. Ravens don't need a quarterback. Lions don't need a quarterback. The Commanders don't need a quarterback. The Bills don't need a quarterback. Kansas City don't need a quarterback. The Eagles don't need a quarterback. Unless, what are you trading back in for?
James Pierce Jr.
Yep, James Pierce Jr., second edge rusher.
That's still on the board.
So they're solidifying that front seven. Solidifying the front seven. All right. Ravens are on the clock now. Ravens could potentially be a trade partner if somebody wanted to get back in. The question is, the Ravens needs. Honestly, I don't know what they need. Edge rusher, defensive tackle. Could also go safety. So they could be looking defense side of the ball. They have all the offensive weapons. Yeah. Penix is the Falcons quarterback. They picked him up last year. They still have Kirk Cousins as well. I mean, honestly, it's Penix's job now. Cousins is there probably as a blanket. Yeah, they're probably more likely to go defense for the Ravens. But could somebody trade up with them? get back into the late first round. Maybe take Shedeur there. Maybe take, I don't know really who else is out there. So maybe they will go with this might go to cornerback Johnson from Michigan. We'll see. We'll see where they go. They usually draft well, and usually build their team that way. Kind of interested to see what Atlanta will do now with all these defensive picks. They want to trade Cousins, but he's damaged goods. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'm still a little bit in awe about that Dart trading back in for Dart. I think they could have set tight.
I think they wanted to be ahead of LA.
Say again.
I think they just wanted to get their quarterback in before LA did.
Oh, before the Rams? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So do you think that the Rams were thinking Dart, and that's why when they seen the Giants jump up there, they traded out?
They were the only team that could have taken the quarterback that was left.
Yeah. But do you think they thought, oh, yeah, Dart was the guy we wanted, and obviously the Giants traded back in, so we're good? Or do you think they thought maybe he was going after Shedeur, so they made the trade after the Giants made the trade, and then probably kicking themselves like, oh, we could have gotten Shedeur. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Who do the Giants get to replace Barkley? Nobody yet.
Tyrone Tracy Jr. is still there.
Nobody yet. All right. Well, looks like, are we on commercial? Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the pick is in. It's like, okay, pick's been in for a minute now. Wrapping up here. I think we're in the back five now. Back six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, back six. And their pick is in. We're just waiting to be announced. So we're wrapping it up. So for the chat, I'll ask you guys, what are your biggest surprises of the first round? Tell me how you guys feel about who was the surprise move or surprise draft pick? Who was your biggest hit and biggest miss in the first round? Let's talk about that too. So who was your surprise, either player picked or draft trade? And then who do you think is going to be the biggest hit of the first round and the biggest miss of the first round? My stupid Bears. They got a tight end, though. They got a good tight end, Muntz. It's not like they got the 4th rated tight end. They got the second rated tight end. Guess now Dart tops the list as what though, to James, as your biggest surprise? Carol Girl's pick was surprising. Everything else not surprising. Really? So you think Dart being picked by the Giants doesn't trump the Cowboys pick, huh? Do you feel like the Cowboys could have traded back and still got that player they wanted?
They could have traded back and still gotten Booker, yeah.
The question is, was anybody calling to trade up? So you don't want to be in the 12th spot and then call somebody. You want somebody to call you because they want that 12th spot, right? Because if you call, you lose your leverage.
That should be the question.
Yeah, you lose your leverage.
Right. Yeah.
But if they call you have leverage.
Suitors, so.
Right. Let's see. So I am excited about the Colts snagging Warren. I thought he was already going to be gone, and either to the Bears or The Panthers. Even the Saints, possibly. Because what's his name is getting a little older. And it's about that time to move on. All right, so we got Malik Starks, safety for the Ravens. Malik Starks. Malik Starks, safety, Ravens.
Malachi Starks, yeah.
Oh, Malachi. What's it, Malik? Malachi. Sorry. Starting to get tired. Haven't had any food since 5. Only been drinking on water. All right, so why would I do that? All right, Lions are on the clock. Could be a trade, right? Could be a trade. But I doubt it. I think we're going to be seeing Detroit pick up a player here. But if someone were to call them, it definitely would be that. Let's see. Hold on one second. Yes, I guess there's nothing wrong with Kemet. Yeah, Dart being the biggest surprise. Yeah, I think Dart is the big surprise. I think they could have got him. I think they could have stayed where they were and got him in the second round without giving up anything else additional. Cowboys are always reaching. They are. That they are. All right. So pick is in. We're probably gonna have another edge player. That'd be my guess. My guess would be another edge player. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
She wore a dress for Easter.
11,
Yeah, and then
12. So we had 12 defensive players taken in the first round. Dart, a bigger surprise over Penix's pick from last year? I think for what it cost, and maybe I'm looking at this as hindsight because now knowing how last year panned out, cost-wise, I think the Giants might regret that. I think they probably could have sat on their hands for the second round and could have ended up with either Shedeur or Dart and in the second round without moving up and giving away anything. Yep. All right, so we got the pick is in. We're just waiting to hear what the pick is for the Detroit Lions. Oh, boy.
Taking the sweet time getting there.
That they are. Excuse me. Yeah. So that'll be pick 28. So then now leave us the last 4 teams with the Commanders, the Bills, the Chiefs, and then the Super Bowl championship Eagles. Super Bowl champ Eagles. Truly special since they have Wilson. Yeah, they have Wilson. I don't think you had to give up anything to get Dart or Sanders at this point. maybe if you didn't, then maybe the Rams take one of those quarterbacks. So then at that point, now you're fighting. I might have held off to see what the Rams were going to do. And then I would have made my move. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, Detroit.
Show us the pick. Come on.
Let's go, NFL. You guys are dragging us out. People gotta go to work tomorrow.
Not me.
Okay, here we go. I think they pick a defensive player just because they went through so much last year with their defense. But right. Honestly, you honestly can't really plan for Chiefs definitely better go O-line. Tylek Williams from Ohio State, defensive tackle. I like it. And they're getting their stud back from Michigan. They're getting their stud.
Hutchinson, yeah.
I'm sorry?
Aiden Hutchinson, yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah. He got hurt mid-season last year?
Yeah.
All right, so that puts the Commanders on there. I think they also will go defense. And here's the reason why. Eagles ran through the O-line. They did. They made the Chiefs. They said, here's the weakness. We're going to attack it. And they blew through that offensive line. It's the one thing that most teams didn't exploit when it came to the Chiefs, and that was their offensive line.